got people from all over. Please randomly shout out where you are from.
UK.
Good job.
Santa Clara.
Chicago.
Bangor, Maine.
Okay, in Omaha. Hell to the yeah. I'm Brooke Barcel. I'm the host. This is the Backline Comedy Open Mic. We've been going strong. We've been going hard. This is our finale for now. We're gonna do this radly. I'm so excited. Kind of the best part of my day. This has been the best part of my months for many months. I already kind of told them a little bit, but I'm very, very thankful for them, for making me laugh, making me smile, and then, you know, everything else. It's been beautiful. So, jokes. Jokes. So I was, driving and I saw a license plate and it had a 69 on it. So I blew it a kiss. And, yeah, the 69 is the only thing you can blow a kiss at and it'll blow you back. Yeah, I couldn't not tell a 69 joke. So, anything can be a 69 if your head is in the right place. And there is a 69 fairy. Facts. Hashtag facts. I know because of all the cum underneath my pillow. Yeah. Every couple months or so. But actually lately it's been escalating. Mostly because of the awareness, I think, that I've been putting out in the universe. I was reminded by a wise man. We'll call him Nikola Tesla, right? He knew that there was a power, right? A power in the 3, the 6, and the 9. Yeah. He would have the power shooting through his body, like bolts, just electrocution. Not like that. He didn't die like that, I don't think. Maybe he did. I'll have to do more research. I know I watched the documentary, but I was so focused on the 6 and the 9. He would chew his food a multiple of 6 times. He would walk a building 3 times before he would go in. He would make sure the room he stayed in had the multiple of 3, 6, 9. He's a believer, and I want you to be a believer too. Be a believer, but be safe, okay? Because I know. Quick story. I was driving. I was on my way to Indiana. I had to go on Highway 69. It was a part of the predetermined, course. And I drove 69 on Highway 69. I'm a freak. And I felt it in the breeze. My hair just started to stand on end a little bit. It was almost like a whisper. And then it was straight in the back of my throat. I knew it was a 69 fairy because I felt it down there too. And I was like, yeah. But also and also and then oh.
The sound effects.
They actually put me in the psych ward. I said it was a mistake. I said it wasn't, that it was a 69 fairy. I told them about the cum. I don't know. You ever take a personality test and they're just like, whoa, 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 one at a time. Please. Yeah. I also do some yoga and meditation. I like it. It's good for me. But sometimes the yoga teacher, he'll say things and it kind of ticks me off, right? Especially when he starts, coming down on my thoughts, right? Don't listen to your thoughts, just watch your thoughts. You can control I'm like, geez, Louise, I was already an obsessive girlfriend to begin with. And then he's like, your thoughts aren't real. And I was like, bitch, you should have heard her last night. That girl, woo, fucking real. Okay. We're going to have a party. We're going to have an open mic party. We got all my favorite people here. They already told you where they're from, but we're going to do it in more a methodical way. They're going to each get their own time and attention. We're streaming live, so you can talk to us. You can ask questions in the chat. We might even answer them. What else? For the new people, there's a clock in the window. You can see the time, 3 minutes, right? Not 3.5, not 3 and 15 seconds, just 3, nice and tight. Yeah. If we keep it nice and tight like that, at the end we do a lightning round, so everyone will get 1 more minute. It's a blast. So much fun. I didn't even mention that this is like our last one. Like, we've been doing this every week for a long time. I'll talk about it a little bit, but I don't want to get teary-eyed yet. We got comedy. Focus on the comedy. On deck is Trevor. Yeah, Trevor. Woo! But first, or do you want to clap for me? You want to clap for me real quick? Woo! Clap for your host. Woo! All right. This comedian, she's been here at least 69 times. Right? Her favorite part about this open mic is me. Laughing hysterically the whole time because of you. Everyone from El Paso, put your hands together for Sharita.
Oh my gosh. Hi. This is the time I can actually say I'm gonna miss Brooke's bedroom and not feel like, like I haven't been in many women's bedrooms, but Brooke, I have your bedroom as my background. So once in a while, I'm gonna throw it up there. Once in a while. But it's good to see you all. Hi, Michael. I missed you. Ira, you're not wearing nothing sexy right now? That's what's up. I got my red hot chili peppers on. So, she gonna strip while yes.
Oh.
No, but when Brooke said about getting teary-eyed, I was teary-eyed last night. Do you know, like, there's a gag reflex, and if you push past that, your tear ducts activate, and it's really bad. It's really bad.
I know.
I wasn't expecting that. And when a guy tells you, I'm gonna train you, what does that mean? What are we training? I know, right? I was like, I thought like sucking on lollipops when I was a kid was training. Apparently not. Right? And I've been listening to a lot of Cardi lately. Cardi, because I'm originally from New York, so I gotta represent the Latinas in the room. What, Cardi? So when she did that song, up and it's up and it's up and it's stuck, and I was like, yeah, I got stuck, all right. Like, and I'm trying to figure out the song, like what was getting stuck where, like. So I'm gonna make sure I'm never on an episode of Sex Sesame to the ER because that's embarrassing enough. I can't. Like, how do you explain that to somebody? Like, what were you doing? I just have a sore throat. I can't talk right now. I'll text you later. There's no manuals on how to properly have sex nowadays. So I'm just happy I'm getting it now that COVID is like almost done and I'm vaccinated, y'all. So I got like the COVID shot, I got the smallpox shot, I got the anthrax shot. They gave me 6 sets of anthrax. Who the fuck needs 6 sets of anthrax shot? Any of y'all got anthrax in like the recent 21st century? No, just me? Yeah, anthrax shot. Smallpox. For some reason, they're gonna give us blankets again. I don't know. So I'm vaccinated against everything. So when Jesus come back, I'm waiting for him. I'm like, Jesus, I'm vaccinated. Let me in the gates of heaven, please. Don't mind that I suck dick on the side. That's irrelevant. Don't worry about that. I know, right? Because they were having sex back in the days. So yes, that's what I like about this show. We can do any kind of like set. So I'm gonna leave y'all with it. I love y'all. I hope to see y'all on the road somewhere in another Zoom. Y'all been great. Love you.
Yeah.
My Sharita. Yeah, we're all gonna meet up. We're all gonna tour together. I feel like we'll be on a cruise ship together somewhere. We'll have a big party. After we all make a bunch of money doing comedy. Cool. Hell yeah. Woo! Hell yeah. Trish/Trust/Trish is on deck. Yeah. But first, this next comedian, his very first time that he remembers. Okay, so his very first best memory of the Backline. The very first time he was on, right when COVID happened. There were so many funny people from all over, and it was a very welcoming environment. I think that has been awesome, and thank you for realizing that and coming back and coming back. Hell yeah. He's from Chicago. He's been here at least 69 times. Put your hands together for Trevor Gertensen.
All right. Thank you guys so much. So I saw this, that Ice Cube has a song called Get Off My Dick and Tell Yo Bitch to Come Here. Which, which I think that's called a power move. But I feel like that's a lost opportunity, right? Because that could have been 2 separate songs. Because you got one song just called Get Off My Dick. And then you got the next song, Tell Your Bitch to Come Here. That was like 4 extra minutes of him and Flavor Flav that we missed out on. I was driving through St. Louis and I saw a billboard for the Women's Safe House in St. Louis. So it's a women's shelter. And on it, it had a picture of a woman with a black eye and it said, wrong place, wrong time. Yeah, which is pretty awful. Basically, St. Louis is going like their welcome sign might as well be like, hey, welcome to St. Louis. Sometimes you got to smack a bitch, which is horrible. But I thought of a better sign that they could have, right? On this billboard, it should have a man sleeping with a knife to his throat and says, he's got to sleep sometime. Women's Safe House. I think that's much better. Oh man, Trevor and I did stay in hotels. I was staying in hotels with my girlfriend, and at one point she woke up in the middle of the night and she was like, I think this hotel might be haunted. And I was like, well, your premise intrigues me. Please continue. And basically we had the light in the bathroom just kept turning on and off and on and off, which is really weird. But here's the thing, like all hotels have to be haunted, right? To a certain degree. Like if you die in a Motel 6, you clearly have unfinished business, I think. I think the only thing that would be worse is if you're having a conversation about Buck Cherry and you got hit by a car. Like you definitely have better things you want to do with your life. My girlfriend, she got CPR trained recently and they sent these CPR dolls in the mail because it's COVID time. And when these dolls arrived, they looked deformed, right? They looked like there was some kind of a fire at like a Japanese sex doll factory and they just pitched these things on eBay to get rid of them as CPR dolls. And they had a man and a woman doll. And the guy one was really weird because it had like teeth. He had this like cum dumpster grin on it, which makes sense of why you had to perform CPR because he had to pump the semen out of its lungs. These seem frightening. That's my time. Thank you.
That was hilarious. I'm gonna miss this. Doesn't matter. I'm just gonna be in the moment. I'm here. That's what matters. If I'm really missing it, I'll go back and watch them. It's fun. It's fun to go back and watch them, actually. Okay, hell yeah. Let's see. On deck is Stephen Douglas, our next comedian. So she actually messaged me. She's like, can I change my favorite moment? But I like the other 2 that she put, so I'm going to tell you all of them. Basically any Backline show, but the Halloween show when she was Brooke, that was her favorite. And then the Valentine's swapping set show and the September 9th 69 show. And next month, or coming up in June, we're going to do a birthday 69 show on 6/9. Hell yeah. From Chicago, everyone put your hands together for Trish Sullivan.
Hey, that's me. Woo. Yeah, I loved being you. And that was like a spur of the moment thing. And I just knew your set from when we first started. It was so much fun. I went to the doctor a couple of weeks ago and they told me I lost 3 pounds in the last year. But since so many people have talked about gaining the COVID-19, I'm crediting myself with 22 pounds lost. I think that that's fair. It's very, very fair.
Yes.
I mean, come on. And I lost the clock. I got to find the clock. So people get scared when they find out that I've been an editor. They think I'm going to criticize the way they talk or the way they write. And I'd only edit for money. I'm not going to criticize you. I don't care if you split an infinitive or if you end a sentence with a preposition. I'll think less of you, but I won't say it to your face. I have manners. I have strongly held opinions about things you don't even know exist, like the Oxford comma. You don't know what that is. And if you do, and you have an opinion, do not tell me what your opinion is, because I've lost friends over this, and I don't want to do that anymore. I also know how to properly use a semicolon, and I'm going to take an educated guess and say none of you do, because almost nobody does. And I've spent a tremendous amount of my life energy worrying about where commas go and other punctuation, but mostly commas. Commas are very problematic. I've spent a lot of time wondering whether you should say whether or not, or just whether. And I have also spent a lot of time trying to figure out if I'm going to let somebody say literally when they mean figuratively. And I know the dictionary people have said it's okay, but is it? I don't think it is. And I'm kind of mad at Rob Lowe because this is kind of his fault. I also, an apostrophe, by the way, is not a signal that an S is coming. If it's a plural, just put the damn S, okay? Don't use it in it's the possessive. It's not right. It belongs in it's the contraction. And it's important to me that you know what this is, because you need to know what this is. You were taught this in 5th grade. So if you're not clear, ask a 5th grader, because they should know. So, also I was raised Catholic. And when I was a young adult, I asked a priest what magical powers his penis had that let him be a priest and not me. And in front of my parents, they were thrilled. And the priest literally, not figuratively, said, I don't know. So I think this is a question you should ask any person with a dick you're about to have sex with. What magical powers does your penis have? And if it's not, it can reach your G-spot or it shoots glitter, move along. There are lots of better dicks out there. I'm Trish. I love it here. I miss you. Bye-bye. I'm done.
Yes, 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 yes. I hope there was so many 20-year-old girls watching, and boys. You just need to know, like, if it doesn't have a superpower, one of them will. For real.
For real.
Something like a good inch sometimes is all it needed, you know? Sharita knows.
Yes.
It's like, yeah, just an inch sometimes. Woo! All right, our next comedian, he's been here before. He's from Bangor, Maine. He has a show this Saturday called Fed Up, 8 p.m. with AJ Capuccio. You can you can roast things that you're fed up with. Okay, get some grievances off your chest. Maybe your spouse, maybe your school, maybe work, or maybe just people in general. Let's see. And yeah, hell yeah, he's just had a lot of fun here. Who did I say is on deck? I didn't. Rhonda, you were on deck. Everyone, please put your hands together for Stephen Douglas.
Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? Good. So I was just wondering, the catfish have kittens. Do they have fur? You know, I bet wet catfish kittens with fur, I bet they'd stink. You know, probably like wet catfish with fur. Anyway. So something you guys should know about me. Sometimes I say things before my mind actually processes what really should be said. So like, I love my wife very much, right? And sometimes, you know, I say things before my mind actually processes what's meant to be said. Here's an example. My wife asked me, she says, honey, do my feet look big? Now my thought in my head was, no, sweetheart, your feet are small like a geisha girl. They'd be so jealous of you. But what came out of my mouth was, yabba dabba do, Fred Flintstone. So that got me in a little bit of hot water. And another time, you know, my wife, she says, honey, does this dress that I'm wearing, does it make me look fat? And now again, what I meant to say was, no, honey, you look fine. You don't need to have any diet or anything. You look fine just the way you are. But what come out of my mouth was, no, sweetheart, the fat around your waist makes you look fat. The dress is just a weak attempt to hide it. Well, that's another week in the doghouse.
Mhm.
So I do get my thoughts mixed up. My wife went on this diet, right? She was on this diet for like 4 or 5 days, and she starts yelling at me, I'm turning into skin and bones. I really need something better to eat that'll stick to my ribs. I meant to say, honey, don't worry about it. It's fine. You're eating okay. Well, what I said was, you're eating so much now, it's sticking to the outside of your ribs and it's causing a muffin top. Well, that's another week in the doghouse. I mean, I'm in the doghouse so much, the dog kicked me out. My wife and I, we got subtle ways of getting back at each other. When we get on each other's nerves. Like I hate it when she puts peanut butter in the fluff, because in case you don't know what happens, the fluff, when it gets peanut butter in it, it turns into like these magically shards of glass that when you bite into it can actually cut your mouth. So it's like eating a mouthful of porcupine quills, and then I got the blood flowing out of my mouth. I look like the Joker from the Batman movies. But I get back at it because I like to unscrew the light bulb in the bathroom and put up the seat, so when she goes in at nighttime and sits down, I hear a loud splash and a scream. It's always funny. When she likes to, she gets back at me by putting Nair in my body wash. I'm like, baby smooth skin. It's always good until it starts growing back in. And then I feel like I ran through a poison ivy field and I itch like a dog with fleas for like a week or so. Oh, that's going to be my time. I want to thank everybody. Thank you very much.
Woo! Stephen Douglas from Bangor, Maine, everyone.
Woo!
Bird is the word. If you've ever watched that Family Guy episode when Peter goes on with the chicken and they fight because the bird is the word, it's really funny. Okay. Newman, you are on deck. Our next comedian, she's been here before. She thinks that Trish Sullivan is hilarious. Please put your hands together for Rhonda Lee Jones.
Hey everybody, great to see you. I'm trying to find the time clock. Woohoo! There it is. Oh gosh, y'all. Ever had a cat attached to your face? That's something I want personally, especially as a straight woman. I'm gonna let y'all catch up with me on that one. But anyway, I thought I was in Aliens for a second, This cat was gonna lay cat eggs in my stomach, and 3 days later, I was gonna have a Bengal tiger coming out. I lovingly raised that little bundle of bat shit on a bottle too. The mama had abandoned her at birth. I'm guessing, she could smell the crazy and thought, oh no, let me give that the paw. For no reason at all, this cat had hooked her claws into my head, right? And then like taking a bite of my nose. And so being the animal lover that I was, I lovingly unhooked her and I lovingly got her off my nose, and then I gently threw her across the room. My mama called her that little whoring cat. Most female cats, they run from the boys. This one didn't. She did a little shimmy in the yard. My yard looked like a backstage at Cats musical or something. I don't know. And she liked sports too. Well, she liked one. There was this thing she did where when a car would come, would run across, run across the street. That's not what I'm trying to say. When a car would go by the house, she would wait until the last possible moment and then she would run under it. I saw her do this. She was good at it too. I saw her do it. I know, like dozens and dozens of times. She only missed once. But anyway, I have to tell a story about my Uncle Merle just for a second. I took him out to lunch one time, and there was this waitress that she brought us our drinks and everything, and then she was walking away, and my Uncle Merle was like, ooh, that's not exactly a mama bear butt. Yeah, it's my Uncle Merle. That's not exactly a mama bear butt, but baby bear's all grown up, you know what I mean? And I said, usually I just let his nonsense go by, but I said, Uncle Merle, just what is a perfect, what is a perfect butt, and he had this 20-ounce Coke and he laid it on the table sideways. And I said, like that, huh? And he said, uh-huh. Not the 2-liter. Not the 2-liter. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys tonight. I'm going to give the rest of my 10, 9, 8 seconds to the room. Woo!
Yeah, Rhonda. Thank you. That was fun. I was a smidge bit distracted because I was sharing the live stream and I saw that the Backline comedy open mic is followed by 1,069 people. It's pretty cool. Like I just got the chills. Like, uh-oh. Hold on. Whoa. Right now. Okay. Woo. That's cool. I'll just move along so that the 69 can finish in a second. On deck is Katie Zane. Yeah. But first, from Santa Clara, he's been here before. He's very, very fun. Please put your hands together for Newman Scheidt.
What's up, guys? So I used to be roommates with like an old family friend. Okay, not exactly roommates. Like basically I'd pay the whole rent and he'd do all the cooking and cleaning, right? So basically it was like a really traditional marriage, except we were both guys and not married. It's also like nothing like a traditional marriage, right? But like most marriages, we'd get into like fights a lot. And my roommate would always be like, well, if you keep acting like this, I won't clean up after you anymore. And I'd be like, great, could you also never talk to me again? Like, I'm an adult. I know how to sweep, but you've been unemployed for like 8 months. So like, I don't know what to say, I feel like I won that one. Saw this quote recently that said, utopias and dystopias are the same things, just with different life conditions. And I was like, wow, you could say that for everything, Like a shower and waterboarding are the same thing, just with different conditions, Like me and Jeff Bezos are basically the same, just with like very different living conditions. One of my friends said he would never date someone who smokes cigarettes. And I was like, you're on Tinder, you need to like lower your bar by like a lot. Like maybe someone who doesn't smoke crack should be your standard, but even that's kind of pushing it, Personally, I'd be down to date someone who smokes cigarettes, mostly because if I did end up cheating on her, I could be like, well, you're blowing chemicals in my face, so I'd say we're like even, I think the reason killing yourself isn't allowed in most religions is because I think most religious people would like kill themselves if they could. Because, like, if you had to choose between working an 8-hour shift and getting paid, like, minimum wage and killing yourself to, like, play the harp with angels in heaven, like, I mean, it's not the hardest choice you'd have to make, Yeah, I don't know. I used to work as a Starbucks barista, and that was also when I used to be a really big stoner. And thing is, like, those two don't really mix together, because, like, people who drink caffeine or like people who are trying to like take life seriously, and people who smoke weed are trying to do like the exact opposite. And it'd be weird, because like I'd be stoned all the time. And one time this customer came up to me and he asked me, he was like, can I get a spoon? And I was so stoned. I was like, is that a drink? And I guess I'll end with this. I follow OJ Simpson on Twitter because I don't have time to watch Making Murder on Netflix. Thank you.
Woo! Woo! Crispy Newman on the Instagram. Funny on the open mics. Can't wait till we're all hanging out somewhere sometime in the future when we're all rich and stuff. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to have a comedy plane. I'm going to fly to all your cities. Yeah. Pick some of y'all up. We'll go to other places. All right, Ed Soto is on deck. Hell to the yes. But first, from Chicago, they've been here before. They're doing some shows coming up in Chicago and also do some cool online hosting too. please put your hands together right now for Katie Zane.
Thank you so much, Brooke. Yeah, I'm going to be hosting live shows here in Chicago that I'm actually going to be streaming on Zoom, so the maximum amount of people can have access to it. Because that's what my brand is, apparently, is accessibility. Here we are. Yeah, so I've decided after a year being quarantined with my partner that the best part about being in a relationship is taking sips of their beverage when they don't know it. Like you're just going like room to room, right? And then you're like, oh, look, there's an energy drink there. Sip, sip. And then you're like, nobody needs to know about this. Except for now I've written a bit about it. So now my partner definitely knows I steal sips of his beverages. But it's worth it. I'm gonna continue to do it because everyone loves a surprise thing, right? Like if there was like a donut that presented itself in my home, I would be delighted. Even if I was like, I don't know if this is mine, I would still be like, I'm gonna have a little nibble of this donut. It must be for me. It's not near anyone else. I think that's how colonialism works. Sorry, I'm gonna move on. I don't see anyone. It must be mine. I went through this extremely weird phase where I, at the advice of mental health professionals, didn't really treat my mental health. I went to AA instead. And so I did that for nearly 2 years. And I was really sober pretty much the whole time. But I was introduced to a show while I was in that period, which is the show Intervention.
Oh.
And yeah, it turns out like recovering alcoholics and addicts like fucking love to watch people who are still a mess get bamboozled into rehab. Like people are just so on board for watching that. But the thing is, I would watch this and I would miss doing heroin. I've never done heroin. I just would miss it. And I would also watch these like couples, like these like codependent couples, and be like, oh, I just want to find love like that. I just want someone to love me with that intensity. Just, everybody loves their relationship and their drugs to like, mix together. But I'm actually going to end this with a very sincere note, which is I have had a wonderful year with Backline. And Brooke, thank you so much for your energy that you've brought. I think that you only called off one time in a whole year, which is insane for hosting a weekly mic. Like that needs to be recognized. Thank you for everything you've done. Thank you, Natalie, for everything you've done. Thank you, Ira. You guys are the best. Thank you. Thank you.
Woo! No, you're the best. I mean, we're the best too, but you're the best. Man, that was a good laugh we all got. Thank you for that. Yeah. See, our mental health and us breaking down makes for fun comedy for everyone to watch and see. Woo! Yeah. Well, I'm subbing. I have a substitute teacher, and last week I had a new group. They had never met me before. And so I was trying to be like super calm and like regular, right? Not gonna let any extra slip out. But like one of the kids did something funny and I laughed. And I was like, like just like that. I was like, like I couldn't help it. I was like, they lost it. Like they were on the floor. Like they're like, you sound like my dad. So I mean, you can try to fit in, but some of us are not supposed to. Yeah. Woo! All right. I'm having a good time. We have a new person coming up pretty soon. Melissa is on deck. But first, from Chicago. Yeah, he's rad. He is said the coolest thing about doing this mic is meeting Brooke. Yeah. Everyone, please put your hands together for Eduardo Soto.
Thank you. Yes, Brooke, you're awesome. And no matter what, anytime I drive or I see the number 69, I'm just going to think about your face your glasses and your tongue sticking out like this. I'm like, that's Brooke right there. Mine has been changed forever by Brooke. This year I'm leveling up on a couple of things. The first thing how I'm leveling up is I'm actually getting a real bed for the first time in a long time.
Ooh.
Like an actual, like Brooke, like an actual bed like that. Like, what is that? I never had it in a while. I've been sleeping on a futon for like the last 6 years, and it's kind of hard to sleep when you're in the middle of the night, you're tossing and turning, there's a pole literally on your back. You're like, you know what? This fucking sucks. But that wasn't the tipping point. The tipping point was when me and my woman, we were having sex, and it literally tipped over. I'm like, okay, this is it. We cannot continue having sex, and here I am falling over. You're on top of me. You're still going. I'm hurt, but you're still going. I'm like, fine, I'll finish the job, but I need to get a bed. So that was the literally point when I said I need a new bed. The second leveling up is that I actually got in the mail today. I actually got a health insurance card. I'm like, I got health insurance. I don't know about you, but it sucks not having health insurance, especially when I have to wait like mid-July to go to my doctor's appointment. Like, you have any pains or aches? Like, well, let's see. My heart was going fast. I had the shivers. I've withdrawn from heroin, but no, nothing wrong. You know, doc, I'm great. I'm doing great. You know. Now I can have the choice to go to the doctor. Like, I'll have one of each of these exams. But sir, you're not 50. It doesn't matter. Let me have it, all right? I got an insurance card. Let me have that. Give me like the future COVID shot, 5 years from now. Give me that one too. I don't know. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it makes me get a third eye. That's fine. Just give me that shot because I have health insurance, Now I have to go on the bus when I'm hurt, You know how long it takes to get to the hospital when you're hurt or you're bleeding? Like, you know what? All I got is $250 on this bus pass. That's all I got. I can't pay $900 an ambulance. It's expensive. Or going on the train, you're like walking ever so gingerly. Like, what's wrong, sir? Get into the hospital. Can you go to the ambulance? Look, man, I got $250 on this bus pass. I'm going to use it to the hospital. All right, leave me alone. Stop getting my business. Dag nabbit. Shit, mind your own. And on this Cinco de Mayo, it's not a holiday, okay? I don't know who thought that was a day for sombreros and tacos and people go crazy. I might as well go to Taco Bell, but I'm gonna celebrate Cinco de Mayo at Taco Bell for some odd reason. It's more authentic than what these people are celebrating. So I don't know. Brooke, you're awesome. Thank you so much. Everybody, you guys were great. Thank you.
Woo!
Eduardo, everyone. He did a really fun set with when we did a swapping set show. Him and Casey and I think Alex, they did a 3-way swap. So that was fun.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, live 3-way action. Only at the Backline.
Hell yeah.
Only with Brooke. They're like, yeah, I did a 69 with Brooke over quarantine. What did you do? Well, I had a threesome. Okay, you topped me. Michael, you were on deck. Yeah. Our next comedian. It's our first time here. Whoa! All right, so we're excited. We're gonna have our mics on. We're excited. You look fun. From Sacramento, everyone. Melissa McGillicuddy.
Woo!
Awesome. Thank you. I didn't mean for my first time here to be the last open mic, but here I am. Thanks for having me. 69, am I right?
Yeah.
That's my time. Thank you. Before the pandemic, I played in an adult kickball league. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking either. I was trying to meet people. Little did I know I would never want to meet another person after 2020 pandemics. Am I right? Playing on a kickball league was it was kind of weird for me because I'm not very sporty, which I know that might be hard to believe because probably up until now, you thought that I coached multiple kickball leagues. But I wasn't always the fine young gentleman that you see before you today. Once upon a time, I was a real lady. And people would assume by looking at me that I was not good at sports, and story checks out. So I show up on the first day for the big game. It's always a big game, right? And my kickball team is all just drunk bros, like super, like they can't even play, right? It's like Bad News Bears kickball blooper outtakes. Like our team captain is Morgan. And they see me and they're like, oh, perfect, our gay savior's here. They're like, throw lesbian Jesus in and we can win the game. And I just didn't have the heart to tell them that I didn't know how to play the sports ball. But so they put me on third base and I was like, oof, that sounds important. Normally I'm like in the outfield in a different field than even the game is being played in. And so they put me on third base. Trigger warning, sports ball talk is coming your way. And so the ball comes to me, I catch it, and they cheer. They're like, our queer messiah, she did it. I just kept playing great like the whole season. And it was weird. It turned out I just needed a man to believe in me. So thanks, Dad, for never being there. I love that little clock. What a genius idea. That's my time. Thank you so much for having me. What a fun mic. I can't wait to come back next week.
Oh, in my heart. Oh. Melissa, I wish you would have came like a whole bunch of times with us. You would have had so
For another
much
3.
fun. Oh. Trish is right. You fucking fit in. I'm like, could I do a 1 hour mic with 1 minute slots with all of y'all? Like,
no, you cannot. No. No.
Right, Emma Paxton is on deck. Our next comedian says, thank you for everything. Their favorite memory is doing characters that no one besides me and them knew that they were doing. So thank you for being so kind and supportive. I will support your weird. I will support your weird so hard. I will give your weird wings and it will fly. Everyone put your hands together for Michael James.
Brooke, with that in mind, I'm doing my final set for Backline, my 5 biggest fails in my Backline mic history.
Yeah.
It's been a wonderful year. This is the best of the worst, starting with number 5. Going back to the very first time. I remember being like, all these rules for this anarchy mic, sexism, no sexism. I'm gonna do my sexist, racist bit. Here it is. White people. White men. How is that not already a horror movie? Yada yada. And then so I was like, oh, I'm breaking the rules, and at the end Brooke is like, yeah, that's great, but this is the Backline open mic. Open mic is Friday. I'm gonna skip number 4 to make sure I have time for the rest. Number 3, Christmas night. My Christmas gift to Brooke and the Backline crew was a Christmas song, and I was going to do my set around the Christmas song. I emailed it to Brooke, and I had to make sure my set was about the song, and so I was like, don't play the song before my set, and that was in the subject of the email. So it was like, Christmas song ... do not play before my set. I walk out of the room, miss my set. 5 minutes later, Brooke's like, all right, here's Michael. Oh, by the way, we already played your song. which these are also some of Brooke's fails too. Number 4 is a Brooke fail. They're not just mine. It's not on me. Number 2 is frankly, I think it should be number 1, but number 2, one time, the tutors weren't here tonight, but I love the tutors. But the tutors usually open the show, and I had to go first right after the tutors. So I'm like, how do I follow that? I'm gonna do crowd work on the tutors. And the tutors, like, you know, like high school kid, like, or college, like one of them's like the guy's been in college a little bit too long, like these younger freshman kids. And then I started asking them like what drugs they did. And then the old college guy was like, I don't think they're gonna tell you in front of their dad. And I realized that they're a family band. Number 1 biggest fail was I knew I shouldn't have done a mic that Brooke was hosting, or she wasn't hosting the Anarchy, and I tried doing it. It didn't go well. I did it as the Ocean. The Ocean got kicked out of the room, and I realized you're always such a wonderful host, and you're welcoming of all styles of comedy, however weird and strange and uncomfortable they are. So thank you for everything.
Yes, thank you for everything. You have made me laugh so much in so many different characters. One time you played my long lost brother that I had like casted you out of my life. That was fun.
Yep,
Aww. And he did get kicked out. Erica's like, I had to kick somebody out. I don't think she understood him. I understand. Some of us speak a different language, right? All right, on deck is Dana Wisson. All right, but first, she's been here before. She's from Rochester, New York. Please put your hands together for Emma Paxton.
Whee! Thanks, Brooke. I didn't realize I had to fill out something, so I'll just say this mic is very fun, and I'm going to miss it. But yeah, I kind of want to name like my first child, if she's a girl. I think I'm going to name her Lorelai, so she'll automatically want to go to Harvard. Gilmore Girls reference. So I guess that's like a niche joke. I also think that Alanis Morissette must have created the term fasting because it's really ironic. Every second feels like an eternity. It's like, what's with these ridiculous names for things? So I'm really into psychology, and I was thinking about Freud, and like maybe he's the one who's obsessed with his mother and he's just projecting it onto everyone else. Kind of feel like that's really what's going on. You know, when you're like a kid and like you open the fridge and you're so excited about food, and like you see this like container, it's maybe like chocolate yogurt or like something's, I guess that's not like super fun, but whatever, it's fun for yogurt, right? Like, and then you open it and it's like old broccoli. Like, what? It's like people trying to hide these. It's always like, why are you hiding it in like a chocolate container? Like, you're just setting me up for incredible disappointment my entire life. You're just like training just for life, just like constant disappointment after disappointment. Basically, also like that joke. But you know, I got told to do like cryotherapy, and I was like, what is that? That just sounds like what I did ages 12 to 24. I never had to pay for it either. When you're looking for a recipe and you're looking for a recipe online, you're kind of like amped up, like, oh, I'm gonna make this. And it's like, instead of a recipe, it's like a book on like War and Peace, like a long summary, like a blog post about like Susie's aunt and her entire history, and it's like 4,000 pages long. Like, I just wanted a list of ingredients.
Yes.
I'm not trying to read the Bible here. All right, I have no idea if I'm out of time, but I'll just am I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll just shut up. All right, thank you so much.
Woo! Put your hands together for Emma Paxton.
Woo!
Woo! When I first started this open mic way back in March, I thought it would be fun to change my outfit throughout the whole show. It lasted a couple weeks, and then I'm like, well, this is going on longer than I thought. So I might change my outfit a couple times. I put on this is a sloth tugging on the Space Needle. Yeah.
Ooh.
See the sloth?
Yeah.
Mhm.
See the Space Needle too?
Yeah.
See all of it? Hold on. Okay, cool. All right. Let me get my list back. On deck now is Al. Al, you are on deck. But first, she's from Phoenix, Arizona. Her favorite is when Angus has gotten to meet so many of his girlfriends at this mic. Woo! Yeah. Everyone, please put your hands together for Dana Wisson.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Brooke. Thanks, everyone. Yes, my twin brother, Angus, he is currently incarcerated for whipping his balls out in public again. So he can't be here tonight. So my doctor told me that all my bad decisions start in my gut. I guess that's why I can hear all my exes yell, "Let me out, you fat skank," whenever I'm in a quiet room. I have scoliosis, so that means my spine is crooked. Wait, sorry, hold on a second. My spine was crooked, but I rubbed coconut oil on it. Having scoliosis sucks because I lean very far to the right, but not in a way that divides a country. Here's my impression of Katy Perry drunk. Katy Perry drunk. Okay. This was never the way I planned. Not my intention. Thank you. It worked the grass is always greener on the other side, unless that grass has irritable bowel syndrome. Some things I learned during my short time in college: always be aware of your surroundings. There are a lot of creepy people out there. You have to be careful. Don't go to bed with a strange man unless he's sexy and his parents pay for his apartment, then it's okay. And then never under any circumstances go to a frat party, because they will kick you out if you wear a homemade shirt that says Clay Aiken should have won. Don't do that. Don't do that. And then here's an impression of me when that stimulus check hit my account. Yo, Brooke, I got a plane ticket to Omaha. Want a 69? Thank you. Okay. And then actions speak louder than, oh my God, I hate this one, but you know what? I'm going to do it. Actions speak louder than words. Well, that's what my doctor says whenever I ask him if I can talk to him through my butt. Okay, thank you, Brooke. You guys are awesome. I love this show so much. You guys are amazing.
Sorry, but no. Oh, I love you guys. One more round of applause for Dana. Yeah, and the first 10 comics. Fuck yeah. Yeah. We've got Rosani on deck. Our next comedian. Been here before from Portland, Maine. He has a show coming up at the Broadway Comedy Club in New York City on May 15th. Very cool. Please put your hands together for Al Ganecker.
Conacher, but you almost got it. Getting closer each time. What's up, everybody? This Backline open mic, it's been a lot like all my relationships. I've put in a lot of time, haven't made it to 69. Oh, but I love it. It's cool that things are opening back up. My gym opened back up, and when I signed up a membership with the old gym, they were like, "Oh, but one more thing, sir. Because of the pandemic, you won't have any access to the tanning beds." It's like, oh, well, I guess I'm just gonna have to make do without. Actually, cancel the membership. No tanning beds. It's unacceptable. But I run sometimes on the treadmills. Running for me, it's a lot like having sex. Lots of heavy breathing and sweating. And if I move too quickly, I only last for 8 seconds. So, all right, this is a new one that I've tried out. I'm trying out. It's mostly a rant, but like, I just gotta say it. I've been watching these eye-opening documentaries on Netflix. I saw one called Broken. It's about how there's too much plastic everywhere and it's harming animals. And if we don't do something about it, all humanity will eventually die. And Conspiracy, it's about an underground global mafia and that's overfishing the oceans. And if all ocean life dies, all humanity will die. And there's this one called Rotten. It's about how the food we eat is being sabotaged by the dark business in the global food trade. And if we don't stop it, all humanity is going to die. I think Netflix should just create a new genre called, I don't want to know. At 38 years on the planet, I already know that I was born into like the shittiest species that has ever existed, but I still have to wake up every morning not wanting to kill myself. So, and I'm trying to make a personal contribution. My plan is to live my life, be nice to people, not have children, and die. That's going to be my contribution. Help the world by not allowing the humanity virus to multiply. But it's by the way, with Seaspiracy, given all the racism lately towards Asian people, Seaspiracy is not doing them any favors. Like, it's pretty much 2 hours of just watching Asian people murder large fish. not good. And I'm very conflicted because it's like I watch documentaries. I also watch motivational videos. So between these documentaries of how mankind is a cancer on Earth, all the way to Gary Vee and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson saying that this is the greatest time in history to be alive because we have smartphones and Planet Fitness. I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know whether I should just start my own business or just start inhaling car exhaust. At my house, it's not Netflix and chill, it's Netflix and anxiety. And that pickup line is a huge hit with the ladies, and by ladies I mean my real love sex doll. Thank you very much, everybody. You guys are great. Thank you very much.
Al Ganecker, everyone. I almost Woo! Oh gosh, even gonna miss you. So close to getting a 69. Maybe Trish, her birthday's on 6/9. Okay, we're gonna have a show then. Okay, we can all have a 69 together. It'll be real hot. Remember last one, Casey, when we did that and we were all in my room? Yeah. All right. Valerie, you are on deck. Very excited. Valerie's first time here, as well as Xavier's first time here. So that's cool. Those two are coming up. But first, from Toronto, she very much enjoys Brooke's contagious laugh. Yeah, you just got a little bit of it. Everyone, please put your hands together for Rosani Christie. Uh-oh. It says she's not here. It says she's not here. Don't clap. I mean, we'll clap for her. She's lovely. She's fantastic. But don't be sad if you don't see her right now. See, no, it's just still me. Okay. Sorry. Is Xavier here? We'll give this one a shot. Also, first time here at the Backline. From Phoenix. You can follow him on Instagram at Xavier Jacob Morris. That's Morris with 2 R's.
You skipped
And
me.
he said once somebody heckled him through a Zoom. Yeah,
but-
somebody heckled him through a Zoom.
But
Like
but Brooke,
happening now. Everyone, please.
Brooke, wait.
Oh, you're right.
Brooke.
Okay, you're right. Okay, I see it. I almost made a mistake and they were trying to stop it. This has been live for like 2 minutes now, right? Like, hi. So anywho, all of that jazz is who's on deck. But first, from DC, she has so many fantastic memories, but it's her first time here. So please put your hands together for Valerie Pascal.
Hey, we're gonna call that close enough. Also, not your fault. Not anybody's fault for getting my last name wrong over the past year. Because last I checked, it wasn't your fault that my ancestors were fucking Mayflower era hipsters. Just putting in extra letters willy-nilly. Like, oh, I'll put an extra L at the end. It'll give it gravitas. And let's put a H in the middle. It'll look fancy on parchment. And no one else will have it spelled that way, so we're much cooler. And I finally got my shots, so I was wondering beforehand, like, where's the first place I'm gonna travel once I could get my shots? Maybe I'll go to Omaha and see Brooke. Woo! And we can 69. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go somewhere else where there's a lot of comedy people. There seem to be a lot from Chicago and Toronto and LA. But you know what? Maybe I should think bigger. I should think Tokyo. I'm going to go to Tokyo. Guess the first place I'm going now that I've gotten my shots.
Doctor.
I'm going to my parents' house. Because quite honestly, online mics like this one have gotten me feeling too good. I've been doing a little bit too well. I need to take myself down a couple of pegs. I think I should mention my mom is a doctor. My sister, my dad are both lawyers, and I am a bartender that does stand-up comedy. I think I'm proof that you can pour a whole lot of money into a project and it does not guarantee success. I am basically the New York Jets of my immediate family. Yes. I'm never sure when a sports ball reference is going to work, but I'm so happy. It's actually more likely to work than a music reference. Take note, to my hair brethren, Ian Ryland Smith. We have the same hair, and you have the same, and you do the same thing I did when I started comedy, where you try to make in hip music references. And let me tell you, I'm the only one who gets it. No one else gets it. I like you though. You're cool. I'm glad I get to see my dad because I haven't seen his cat memes in a while. Oh, for him, that's an in-person event. Except over Christmas, when I actually got photos of cat memes. I think I'm the first person in the history of the internet to receive cat memes in the form of a Word document. Yeah, that'll be it for me. I'm done. I'm over. I'm sorry.
Everyone put your hands together for Valerie. Valerie and her cat. I didn't know they could send memes in a Word document.
It can be done.
Yeah, I probably could, just like with the text and with the, you insert the pic.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, well, I guess a couple of the people that we messed up, like, they're just not here. So we're all going to be fine. We are all here, right? This is going to be amazing. Desiree, you are on deck. Yeah, I know. Our next comedian, he's from Bangor, Maine. He's been here 69 times. He's got a cool show on Saturday with Stephen Douglas where you can get out some grievances. And his favorite favorite online moment was when Tara on Russian roulette turned on her bubble machine. I don't think I saw that, but it sounds fun. Everyone, please put your hands together for AJ Capuccio.
Yeah, so mask restrictions are loosening up. Our governor's announced that you can go outside and not have a mask. That means I'm gonna have to get new teeth. And then I'm gonna have to get new jokes. I discovered a TV show called Kings of Pain. It's basically Discovery History Channel does Jackass. Because the biologist explorers are on a mission to get stung and bit by every venomous creature on the planet for the sake of ranking them tier list YouTuber Watch Mojo style. I don't really see the practical application in that if they want to phase out the old pain scale. Moto Dragon pain scale. You know, the one of the guys is these guys who are doing this are basically the dumb jocks in college who go in marine biology and switch to recreation management, but like had slightly more ambition, and now this is what they're doing. And now from the garbage from Right 10, I kill it at karaoke parties. They call me Death of a Bachelor Party. I'm not a day trader, but if I was, I would trade Columbus for Indigenous, because I've been dying to dig out that headdress for a while now. I kept losing the key to my bike lock. So I got a combination bike lock because it's a lot easier for me to find my bolt cutters. I have a backdrop of Yosemite National Park. It's great scenery. I met a pregnant hippie. She was gonna give birth with the standing method. Her spirit animal is giraffe. Carnivorous plants are reverse vegans. Thank you.
AJ Capuccio, everyone. Yeah, glad you're here. You're gonna get your teeth soon. You'll have to post some pictures. I'm sure you will. Cool. All right, we've got Danny on deck. Hell yeah. Our next comedian, she's been here before. She's from Toronto and Ontario and Canada. And she likes all of the sense of belonging that we create here amidst the 69 and the awkwardness. Everyone, please put your hands together for Desiree Walsh.
Hi. I didn't know when you asked your favorite memory, you meant of all Zoom comedy for the ever since it started. So I'm gonna tell you a funny story. I hope it's funny. I use a wheelchair. I think most of you know that. If you didn't, surprise. I'm still also Canadian, but anyways, I was at Tara's mic, the the Russian roulette mic, or Russian, and there was a guy there, and he didn't know I was disabled because you can't see it on Zoom. You don't know, like I just look like a walkie, and he was doing crowd work about twerking, and he was like, Desiree, can you twerk? And I just said no, and like left it at that. And like 3 seconds later, Tara kicked him out, and it was the funniest thing ever. He also made a very questionable abortion joke, but if I put that in, it's not as funny. Anyway, that's probably the funniest thing that has ever happened to me in a Zoom, and I do like the sense of belonging here. Now I will do it. I actually really like Zoom because, like, it's like I'm Milwaukee. Like today, I was at another open mic and I had to go to the bathroom really bad. And normally, like, the bathroom's not accessible at open mics because I don't know what it's like in the States, but in Toronto, they have like a law that you have to put the bathroom in the basement, or like I guess they'll shut your car down. Yeah, so today I had to go to the bathroom and I was waiting and I was like, oh no, like so many people. And then I realized I can go because I'm in my house. Is this what it's like to be a walkie? Like, is this what it's like to be able-bodied? Because it's fucking fantastic. Be like, I have a physical need that needs to be met. I'm gonna go do that. Yeah. One day this will be very funny. I'm not sure if that's today. I like that I just talked at you for 3 minutes. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. It was nice. Yeah. Have a good night.
Yes. Desiree Walsh, everyone. She is in a wheelchair, in case you didn't know. That was great. Fuck yeah. Okay, let's see. On deck is Amanda. Amanda Kakasi, you are on deck. But first, he's been here at least 69 times. He's from San Francisco. He really appreciates Silly Brooke. Everyone put your hands together for Danny Deshi. Woo!
Yeah, thanks. Just 1 second. I'm in the middle of doing your recipe, and I just can't skip it. I'll be hold on. 1 second. I just gotta do this, and I'll okay. 2 eggs separate. Okay. You never listen to me. You never let me watch sports. Where you take out the garbage? Why you always have to take out the garbage? I'm going to help the mother. Me too. 2 eggs separate. Thank you very much. Okay. Okay, first time I ever did that. Anyway, so yeah. So also sorry about my cheap internet connection. It was okay at first, but it's been kind of slow ever since the hamster broke its hip. So anyway, let's see. Comedy history. Oh, did you know that Karl Marx was actually kicked off the Marx Brothers because he was not a team player and also not very funny. Yeah. Well, I've been taking some karate lessons, and I recently earned the plaid belt in karate. Yeah, the plaid belt stands for, can we just talk this over some coffee? I'll buy. So let's see what else. Oh, the environment. Yeah, it was Earth Day a few days ago, Earth Day. And, you know, how can anybody deny that there's no climate change? I mean, there's already been not just 1, not 2, not 3, but 6 Sharknadoes. Yeah, and you know, they blame a lot of the methane gas on the cows. And I say, hey, if they can make seedless watermelons, why can't they make cows that don't fart? Right? Am I right?
Yep.
Yeah. And also there's pollution. There's so much pollution. There's a river in my neighborhood was polluted with so much mercury. How much mercury? This river is polluted with so much mercury that I could take my temperature with a salmon. So, yeah. And people always tell me, hey, Danny, you're always happy. You're smiling. Nothing bothers you. Do you do drugs or drink a lot of alcohol? And I go, no, nothing like that. I rely on something more natural. It's called denial. Yeah, actually, denial is a good thing. It's what helps us avoid reality while still being a contributing member of society. There you go. And also, my father was a peaceful man. Yeah, he would always beat me with an olive branch. Okay, and let's see. I'm gonna finish this off with a song. As you know, I'm a musician. How about the grandma song?
Yeah.
Here you go. All right, thank you, Brooke. Woo. Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, put your hands together for Danny Dushy. I have to fix my hair. There we go. There we go. There we go.
Thank you.
I go. Oh. I love the pencil music. And Danny Dushy. He has a website, DannyDushy.com. Put him in your show. He'll make everyone laugh and do pencil magic songs.
Thank you. Love you too, Brooke.
Oh, thank you so much. All right, let's see. Woo! Got another page gone. I know, kind of sad. I don't want them to be gone. They're in my heart and they're on the rewind. I can watch them again. Okay, we're here. Arvin Clay is on deck. Next comedian. She's been here before. She's from Orlando. She has a comedy fringe festival coming up April 29th. And her favorite part is meeting Brooke Barcel. Fuck yeah.
Oh.
I know. Everyone, please put your hands together for Amanda Casey.
Woo! Hi, everyone. Oh, man, it's been an exciting couple days. 420 was about a week ago. Did anyone celebrate? Anyone?
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't, not because I have some sort of like moral objection to pot. I just found out that sometimes drugs don't make you cool. Sometimes they make you absolutely insufferable. And I am the example of that. About a year and a half ago, the last time I ever had marijuana, my roommate gave me a fourth of a cookie. And within an hour, I was at a Chinese buffet where I had 9 egg rolls in a row.
Ooh.
And told them they were, and complained to the manager that they were the worst mozzarella sticks I had ever had in my life. Yeah, not my finest moment. And I know it's like, oh, it's got to be like a one-off thing. No, it's not. Because a couple years before that, I also had some pot brownies. My friends and I split a batch. We got them from a guy. Don't know his name, should have been a red flag, but we got him. And then we went to the Long Island Bagel Festival, where minutes after we arrived, we realized we were the only people with tickets to the Long Island Bagel Festival. It was just 2 families there and then us, and the 2 families owned the bagel shops. So it looked like we had just like crashed this family's barbecue, stoned out of our minds. The local news was there. So there's like footage of this. It's just a bunch of kids playing and then just a bunch of stoned young adults staring off into the distance. So as a public service to the people I care about, I don't smoke anymore. It's just everyone has a better time when I'm sober. And it's like, oh, why don't you try smoking pot? It's like, well, last time I actually smoked, they had to call university police on me because I got lost. No one heard from me for 3 hours. I fell asleep in the parking lot directly next to my fucking house. Anyway, I wanted to keep it short and just say thank you guys for the mic. This has been a really great mic. Always look forward to it. Back to you, Brooke.
Woo! Hey, Amanda! Woo! She was on Contagious. You can go back and watch that if you missed it. It was fun. She's also been doing a lot of other rad things. I haven't said this whole mic. If you're not friends with each other and stuff on Facebook or Instagram, follow each other. And we do have some new people. So pop your stuff in the chat so we can keep in touch. Cool? Also in the live stream, there might be someone watching that wants to follow your comedy. Thought you were the raddest thing since, grape jelly, Yeah. Cry Ira is on deck. I know. It was starting to sink in a second ago, and it's building. It's getting up, like it's gonna come out of my eyes. But woo! But first, he's from Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh. Booger. That would make so many kids laugh. He was like booger. It just made us laugh. He loves this so much. He said the best part is the friends that he's made along the way and the reminder of how much we should all be 69ing more. It's about equality. You got to give it back. You can't just take. We know this now. We've been places together. From Pittsburgh, everyone put your hands together for Arvin Clay.
Hey
everybody. Can you hear me okay? Is this mic working? Is it fine?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. All right, cool. So before I actually begin, like I want to say, Brooke, thank you for being like our Peter Pan and taking us to a Zoom Neverland and making us all believe in the 69 fairy. I'll miss the shit out of this mic. So I seem to be answering the same questions from friends that I'm catching up with. What was your quarantine like? Well, it started like a dystopian horror movie, and then it was 28 weeks later, and I was getting tear gassed by cops while I was protesting police brutality. So if I have one takeaway from last year, it's this. My mom was really, really wrong about me becoming more conservative as I got older. Right. So, okay. So, you know what? All right, give me a second. I'm gonna be a little more relatable in my comedy right now and talk about the films of Werner Herzog. Specifically Fitzcarraldo. When they were making that movie, a crew member got bit on his foot by a poisonous snake. There was no anti-venom available. Said crew member grabbed a chainsaw and cut his own foot off.
Holy shit.
And then bandaged it up and continued to work on the movie.
Come on.
If I have to lose a foot for something, it had better be way better than just saving my life. A working lightsaber, access to Prince's musical vault, a magical pouch filled with a hybrid of sour diesel, green crack, and the plant from Little Shop of Horrors that everybody calls Audrey's Too Sour. That's the kind of weed you write fan fiction about. It's that's worth a foot, not some kush grown by a muggle in his mom's basement. I've got standards, which is what I told my friend when he was being all hyperbolic and said he'd give his right foot for more of that stuff Craig had the one time. No, you wouldn't, Todd. Okay, I'm being hyperbolic now because I don't know a Craig or a Todd. I don't hang out with anybody that's got the kind of name that would show up on a list in a Promising Young Woman. So I love you all. Take care. Take care of each other. Remember, Black Lives Matter, blue lives aren't a fucking thing. And peace be with you.
Also with you. Aww. Can we just all say we love Arvin so much?
We love Arvin so much.
Something happened in the last year. Obviously it was an anxious time for everyone when we all cracked and we all broke open, and then we all got to fall in love with each other and fill in those spaces in our hearts that we needed that we didn't even know we needed. And so even though this mic is not going to continue in this form, we're not going to not be in touch. I can't not have you all in my life. That won't be okay. You know what I mean? Like, I have to be okay forever. And now we're all just dependent on each other. We can't no, we'll be fine. You know what I mean? Like, okay. On deck is Cody Webb.
Wow.
But first, her favorite memory was eyebrowless Portillo. So that magic he did on his set, he shaved one eyebrow, and then in the chat he's like, "Should I?" So for lightning round, he shaved the other one. Oh, it was so amazing. And then he obviously did comedy without eyebrows, and then he like drew them on for a while, and now they're back, and he didn't have to work during that time. He was at home, and we all went crazy. We all did. And I got to meet you, and you helped me. And a couple of y'all filled in when I wasn't feeling good. It only happened 2 times, but thank you, people that stepped up: Trish, Casey, Cody, Ian, and fucking Ira. I can't even tell you, like, you've helped me so much. You've been this bouncer helping me with all keeping track of all these people so we can make it look like it's a smooth running machine. And you flirt with me at the same time. So it's just lovely for me. Yeah. So let's see. I think that's all she put besides cry Ira. Everyone, please put your hands together for Ira Claiborne. Yes.
I'll have y'all know I'm an equal opportunity flirter. Okay. I want everyone here to know that you have all been personally flirted with at some point. Unless you haven't, and that's all right too, you know, because we stop. That's okay. Much like this hat, completely unnecessary. But that's why we're here, right? So I think I just want to say it's Fashion Week in Ira's house. It sure enough is. This is a motherfucking swimsuit. You know, the last time I got to wear a swimsuit before I saw y'all. Ever. So that's cute, right? I thought I'd bring it out. Anyway. I try to say goodbye and I choke. Come on, I picked it right now. And the only song that I can think of that you guys, you gentlemen in the room would understand is in my hair. Like, you guys don't even know what that's like. Dude, what was the song about? I don't know. Anyway. Living life after breath. I'm just like, this has been an ongoing commentary just about songs, you know. Ian has his highfalutin musical commentary, and I'm just here giving you the real shit on the down low, okay? Equity, equality, inclusion, that's my mishmash, that's my goal here, okay? Some of you know about the pink tax, most of you don't. Give me a twinkle if you know about the pink tax. Wiggle it out. Little, okay, all right, I see you. So I'm not gonna waste my motherfucking time educating y'all, because y'all motherfuckers should already know is number one, okay? Pink tax, Google it, okay? But I'm just gonna say, that's what happens when shaving my legs or my armpits. And that's okay, okay? I just wanted to normalize body hair for everybody. Because sometimes that's a waste of goddamn money. And matter of fact, y'all gonna charge me more for my lady products to shave, and then you're gonna pay me less because I happen to be free factory fabricated with a vagina. That's rude. And that's me, Queen Trish.
and everybody else to form some kind of motherfucking coalition so we can get this shit together, okay? Pay teachers more, send them weed, wine, and Xanax. Motherfucking Black Lives Matter, okay? Hearts and stars, Ira Claiborne, love you guys.
Woo! Woo! Super, that's what you are. S-U-P-E-R, super, that's what you are. S-U-P-E-R, that's what you are. Yeah. Yeah. I enjoyed the social commentaries and the body hairs. Be you. Like it's honestly there for a reason. It's designed to draw the stuff away from your body. It's anywho, there's reasons why we're designed the way we are. We don't realize that we are perfect, right? We are exactly in this weird body, with these hands so we can touch stuff, like we have feet, we can walk around, we can wiggle, can jiggle, some of us can twerk, it's good, it's fine. Okay, we're good. We didn't cry. We got through it. Yeah. Mwah. Fabulous. On deck is KJ, but KJ was a maybe. KJ wanted to be here, but had something.
KJ is here.
Who says you can't have it all? Move that chat window out of the way. I see you. Hi. Okay. All right. First, okay. Where am I? All right. Been here before. We got a few things. So this next person is going to be on Contagious this Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific. It's going to be the last Contagious, unless there's something else that happens, but I'm not going to do it at the same time. I might do something on Sunday night, every other, or something like that. I'll call it something else. I'm just, shifts. You got to shift. So the person that hosts Contagious, you probably know her. She's pretty cool. And favorite memory is that one time at Anarchy when I realized that I was kind of harassing him about his one ball. And then there was this one part in the set, and then I just started singing about his one ball. And I remember that. It's like one ball. I don't know. You can have a ball if you have one. Cody Webb is surely one. Anywho, he's from Portland, Oregon. He used to be in Boston, but he got educated and moved back and got a real job and blew up on TikTok. Put your hands together right now for Cody Webb.
Woo! Yes, I do have only one functioning testicle. That is true. They're both there, just only one of them works. Like the right one is what you'd expect. The right one is what you'd expect, but the left one is really small and way up in there. Now, this isn't a problem in my everyday life. It's not even a problem in my sexual life. But none of you have had to tell multiple female doctors the phrase, yes, I have a left testicle, you're just not looking hard enough. Multiple female doctors. You know how the stereotype is, oh, men can't find the clitoris. Women cannot find my left testicle. Even with medical training. So who's got it worse now, huh? Women. Yeah, women have it worse. That's not a great like I don't need my left nut to come, so I feel like that's not a great comparison on my part. Anyway, yeah, the reason that it's like that is I had an undescended testicle when I was a baby, and they had to surgically put it into place. But I think they must have fucked up at some point during the surgery, because when I hit puberty, right one dropped and got bigger, left one exactly the same. It is exactly the same as when I was a baby.
Whoa.
Now, Yeah, it's strange. Now I didn't tell people this for a long time because it's embarrassing for me. I'm sure it's weird as hell for you all to hear about. And also saying the phrase, I have a child's testicle inside of me. It's a very easy way to get arrested, so I try to avoid that. And I don't think I would do well in prison, especially with the nickname Cody One Ball. Actually, I do know that I wouldn't do well in prison because, as Brooke demonstrated earlier, every time I tell this joke, people start asking about my balls for no reason. And I don't think that situation's gonna get any better if I'm surrounded by actual sex offenders. So, just saying. All right. Thank you very much. I have been Cody Webb. Brooke, you have been a fabulous host. Keep doing your thing. All of you, I love you all. Thank you so much.
Woo! Ah, and if you only had one nut and only one opportunity, would you pop it or just let it dangle? I was gonna do that one or Hamilton. You only got one nut. You only got one nut. You only got.
I'm not throwing away my nut.
Oh, and then Hannah Simpson has hers in the jar. She had him in formaldehyde from the doctor. I'm not gonna give up mine either. Oh, okay. Sorry, just nut talk, just a little nutty here. Nuts, they don't fall far from the tree. Do they grow on trees? I'm gonna research nuts again. I've done it before. I'll do it again. There is a difference between nuts and legumes. Real quick. Nuts just have one seed. Legumes have many seeds. So looking to get legumed. Oh, I know. I think you said Chris is not here, correct? No Chris?
Correct.
All right. So we've got Alicia on deck, our next comedian from Toronto, stuck there until 2022. Hopefully not. Jeez. So everyone send puppy gifts. Send lots of puppy gifts to Kelly. And check out the It'll Be Fine show on YouTube and the Latvian Foodie on Instagram. And she also is a big fan of Brooke's laugh. Everyone, please put your hands together for Kelly Zimnikas.
Woo! Hello. Oh, I'm totally stuck here till 2022. That is for sure. Yeah, we are still rocking the March 2020 vibes up here in Toronto. So I thought it would be fun to do the very first Backline set I ever did. So I've got that here. Yay!
Woo!
So apparently my first appearance was May 26th, 2020. So we'll just go back into that frame of mind. So hi everyone, I'm Kelly Zimnikas. We are currently experiencing a heat wave in Toronto. That seems interesting right now. Yeah, and so yeah, we're currently experiencing a heat wave. So now everybody knows what it feels like to have perimenopause. Made a note that I failed to explain what perimenopause was, so I apologize to Cole's notes. It's like the rest stop on the highway to menopause is what it is. It's just part of the journey that those of us who menstruate go on. But yeah, so that was, I opened that. Yowzas. Anyhow, I also, in May of 2020, was offering an apology to the world for the world shutting down. I felt like it was my fault. I'm a Canadian, so I'm apologizing for everything constantly. But yeah, I apparently owed the world an apology because in 2020, I thought it would be a great idea to get back online dating.
Oof.
Yeah, evidently I crashed the system. So yeah, with COVID-19 and murder hornets, my finding happiness was just too much for the year. So I feel like I threw everything askew in 2020 getting back online dating. Yeah, the universe was just telling me, Kelly, it's more important you find happiness within yourself alone in your apartment. So yahoo. Apparently that's all I did at my first Backline mic. So there you go. You gotta start somewhere, right? But I am now here in April of 2021. I am actually moving back home because Toronto's just fully shut down. So I got to move back in with my parents, guys. I'm 43. I'm moving back in with my mom and dad. It's comedy gold, this pandemic. It's just comedy gold. But I am genuinely excited to be around people. I'm really looking forward to that because, like, the Domino's guy, he can only come over so often, so much pizza. It's just not good for my health. Anyways, thank you so much, Brooke, for this. This has been a delight. Bye, guys.
Yay! You're muted.
Okay, I know I'm not anymore. Hi. Sorry. Yay! Oh, this has been delightful. I don't want it to end. Luckily, we've got more. We're not tonight. It's not gonna end tonight, but then after tonight, it's over. Like, that's it. Like, just kidding. I mean, kind of, but not. I mean, just you can go back and watch old ones all the time. You can play them while you sleep. I might be you'll be like in a deep sleep and you'll hear and then all right, and I skipped someone, so we're gonna keep this together. We got it. Alicia Rain, you are on deck. Our next comedian, been here before at least 69 times, has a business. Trish had a mug. Some of us have t-shirts. Burn Everything tees. They've got a very powerful message and also bringing her an income right now during this pandemic. So please put your hands together right now for KJ Whitehead.
Woo! It's great to see you all again. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. I have a microphone. Look at this. Look at this. You know what? I am actually glad that you bought it. Yes, you did. Thank you, Val. I'm actually glad that I was skipped before. I don't want to be brought up on left nut. However, may I say how affirming that is for me if the other nut just didn't drop right away. I could use that. I will say I love this mic. I'm gonna do stuff that I just remember y'all liked very much and that I remember fondly of. It's just as far as one thing that I remember that I mentioned as far as affirming stuff, that what I loved is that I started taking estrogen. And that was really affirming for me. I've been doing this since December. I have boobs and I am excited about that. And I've noticed I noticed that some men, I didn't realize how shitty some men were until they started treating me the same way that they treat cis women. And then they come up to me and they try to holler at me, especially before the pandemic, like, hey, y'all, shorty, what's going on? Let me holler at you for a second. Let me holler at you for a second. I hit him with this. What's good, nigga? How you doing? What's going on? We talked about balls never dropping, but their balls go right back up. Estrogen will give me titties, but they won't change my voice. And I also, oh wow, I didn't realize 3 minutes were so quick. But one thing I do want to mention, and this is something y'all have loved before, I just want to end on this, was that given cis men, I love the horror stories that come along with them. I found an article of the worst horror stories of cis men going down on cis women. First one was that a cis man goes down on a cis woman after eating jalapeno peppers.
No.
Second one, cis man goes down on a cis woman and chews on the labia. Third one, and if folks, we've heard of folks who go down on folks with vaginas, like use the alphabet. Folks with vaginas, yes, that's. This man decided to take it literally and decided to whisper the alphabet down there. And that last story wasn't true, but you believed me anyway. Good night, everyone. Thank you, everyone.
Yes, comedy. I don't want this to end. I want to just be trapped in this dimension, like in my room where I can't leave, you know, for like ever, and we just do this. But that's not what the world has for us. The world wants us out, except for Kelly and the Toronto people, and slowly but surely.
Woosah.
Yes, we got this. We got this together. I shouldn't do accents. All right, on deck now. Oh, I have that whole page. Okay, on deck now is Casey. Casey Hackett. All right, but first, she's been here a lot, probably at least 69 times. She's gonna be at the Backline May 15th in Babes of Joyland. That's gonna be so cool. Everyone, please put your hands together for Alicia Rain.
I remember Brooke, like the first or second show when you would like between each comedian like change clothes. There were 50 comedians. You had like 25 outfits, and I'm like, I don't know if she's gonna be able to keep that up. So it was funny. So I've been here from the beginning, and so it's been a fun journey. My I don't know best. One of my cool memories is actually during Rachel Rothenberg's mic when Joe Gorman was saying, like, I think one of his best jokes I've ever heard, but he was upstaged by somebody who was asleep in the Zoom and snoring very loudly.
Oh
no!
Filmed the Thursday.
Yeah, it was a 10-minute, one of her 10-minute ones, and he was upstaged by somebody softly snoring. That was one of my. There's been a lot of great moments. So I dressed up for 4 days. Everyone thought I was Velma during Halloween. No, I was Annie Potts' character from Ghostbusters 2. Okay. Like that's what was going on with me that whole week. So yeah, it's been pretty great. The thing I do the most is my little impressions. So I'll just do a couple of those. Yeah. So I'll do Brooke's favorite one. This is my impression of Elf on the Shelf. I'm like over here now. Okay, so this is my impression of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Okay, Rudolph. Quit making fun of me. That's it. Couple more. This is my impression of one of the most worshipped figures in the world. This is my impression of the Virgin Mary. Okay, the Virgin Mary. Shh, don't tell nobody. And that's it. Thank you so much, Brooke.
Woo! Oh, Alicia, thank you. I'm like totally over here. And there's a couple people that are in my room right now, so that's pretty neat. I love it. Back when we did the 69 show on September 6th, the rest of the world, apparently they write their alphabet. They write their dates backwards. Yeah. And so it was their 6-9, and I had everybody, if they could, be in my room. So I would go down in between the set, and then they would come up and like wipe their face and then do their jokes. So hence the people in Brooke's room. And some people have like a version of my room from like a couple times before. And I did some decorating. You can kind of see updates sometimes. Check up on my plant. Yeah, it's doing good over there. On deck is Kim Nash. Very, very fun. But first, she's been here at least 69 times. She is currently in my room. She's from Washington, D.C. She loves how awesome Brooke is for this show. I agree. And she made so many friends. I agree. This has been really, 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 really cool. A lot of rad people. I'm just watching Cody eat off that spoon. There's someone else with a spoon? No, that's a vape pen. All right, everyone, please together for Casey Hackett.
Thanks, guys. Since everyone's sharing memories, I want to share my most embarrassing moment on a Zoom mic. It wasn't this one. It was one that I had never been to before, so I made a great first impression. If you've ever noticed, I'm always eating during these shows. I'm either eating or painting my nails. I love that about being home. And this particular time, I was eating soup. So every once in a while, I was just going over to the corner, slurping up my soup, and then coming up and wiping my mouth, having no idea what that looked like on screen, just slurping up. Why would I need to turn my camera off for that? So, just made a great first impression there. But I want to tell you guys, I've been applying for a lot of jobs recently. And this new application asked me 3 words that my friends would describe me as, which is great. I love a job application that like before the interview, they're already outsourcing shit. This just bodes really well. It's like, you know what, just call your friends for this. So I asked them, and a lot of my friends said loyal. And that really goes to show you a lot of my friends need dictionaries. I look loyal, but I am not. I had this friend, it was her birthday a few years ago. I wasn't really feeling it, didn't want to go out. So I went to text her. I opened up the text message and I saw the last text message I sent her, which was exactly a year ago, explaining why I couldn't go to her birthday party exactly a year ago. And I have not talked to this woman since. There is no reason I should be invited to that birthday party. I'm terrible. I'm not a loyal friend at all. Do you guys know there's 2 St. Patrick's cathedrals in Nashua, New Hampshire? Do you know how I know there's 2 St. Patrick's cathedrals in Nashua, New Hampshire? Because I went to the wrong one for my roommate's wedding. I ended up at a stranger's funeral. And let me tell you, the one we went to was the seat of the bishop. So we went to the better church anyway. I mean, let's just be honest. Completely missed my roommate's wedding for a stranger's funeral. But it's all about the friends you make along the way. That same woman, a few years later, we went to get lunch and she went into labor early. I don't do kids. So I called an Uber. I'm sure her husband came to pick her up. I'm sure it was fine. That's my time. I'm not loyal, but I am Casey Hackett.
Yes. Woo! Casey Hackett. Check out her trivia show. She does a lot of cool stuff. And her Instagram, she'll post random trivia there. And I hit one of the questions and then it said 69%, and I took a screenshot and then I said what we did together. Takes teamwork, you know. You can't do a 69 on your own. You can't. No matter how many tools you have in your hands, you just can't. Fun, Virginia. You look so fun. I'm excited for your set. On deck is Kirk. Wait, no. I'm skipping. Don't do that, Brooke. Don't skip, people. Ummi is on deck. Our next comedian, he's been here 69 times. He's from the UK. He has a Reckless Comedy 1-year anniversary show on May 12th. There's a full day of events. Go to the Reckless Comedy podcast on Facebook for further details. His favorite time was when he swapped sets with Michael James, which basically was you trying to be you 2 different times, right? Like, everyone, please put your hands together for Kim Nash.
Yes, Backline. The bandana is back. I'm here. I'm going to have a heart attack at some point tonight. Let's fucking go. I just want to say to Brooke, on behalf of the whole UK comic scene, thanks for letting us British people invade your country again. I'm sorry we did a bad job at it the first time around. That is how we lost the British Empire in the first place. Good. That's the history lesson out the way. I'm going to present to you what I call a back set. Because I have a back, it's a witty thing. No, it's not. Anyway, what is back set? I'm glad someone's laughing at that. I'm glad. I'm going full guns blazing. Tyler's looking at me like, do the thing, do the thing, do the thing. Everyone knows what that thing is. It involves me headbutting that wall behind me. It's not happening, I don't think. Anyway, 1 minute in. Shit. Fuck. Get to that. That's the thing British people aren't good at, is getting to the fucking point. That is how our government fucked up COVID in a nutshell. It's like, should you wear a mask? You can wear a mask if you want to. And then the second wave starts kicking off. Everyone wear a mask, otherwise I will shoot you down. Despite us not having gun laws. Fuck it. But this whole Backline thing has been so much fun, considering I came in. No, sorry, that's the British kicking in. But it's been fun. There's been so many memories. Like, half of you here have seen me screech my voice box to buggery and run out a wall. I think there was one, Mike, it was either Anarchy or here, where I started headbutting a window.
Yeah.
You remember that? I started running towards the window and Brooke's like, just stop. I'm going to do this joke in 40 seconds. I'm going to do the one joke which everyone here at Backline keeps coming to me about. So back in school, I used to get nicknames. Yeah, that joke. I haven't done it. So back in school, I used to get a nickname called Dick Brain. Mainly because they all thought I was gay. Well, they're not wrong there, I don't think. Anyway, and the reason they used to call me Dick Brain is because they thought I took dick in the ear. And it's like, that's physically impossible. Don't tell me how I know, it just is. And on that note, for the last time, Dick Brains unite. Let's go.
Woo! Dick Brain.
Dick Brain.
Woo! Kim Nash from the UK, producer, podcast host, actor, comedian, obviously, improviser, improv director, and more. Very fun. So glad to meet you and hang out with you these last few months. I remember when he went to do a handstand and I'm like, uh-oh.
I do have a funny story about a handstand gone wrong.
Yeah, it happens from time to time. We're gonna put Kirk on deck for sure this time. Okay. But first, she lived in Hawaii, but now resides in Washington. Radical and Rambunctious on May 5th, which KJ is a part of as well. And Brooks Laugh and intros and the 69 Fairy and when we used to stay on later after the mic was over and Natalie would shake the time and Ira smile all in the same Zoom meeting. Also, that 69 is said 69 times in 2.5 hours. Yeah. Everyone, please put your hands together for Ami.
Love this guy. There were, whenever I haven't done a live show since COVID, but when I did live shows, my favorite nights were always the nights when there were more women and feminine energy in the room than male energy in the room. And I feel like that every time there's a backline mic. And so I just really, really love that. And I'm gonna keep you guys, this is Backline, really close to my heart. So it's just gonna be right there.
Hell yeah.
Corny as fuck. That's what happens in real life. I'm a little bit rusty, but I did want to talk about growing up Hare Krishna for a little while. I got to wear saris to temple on Sunday and we got to eat after and play on trees and stuff. It kicked Catholic Church's ass is basically what Krishna temple was. And I was rusty at wearing saris as an adult. And I was like, okay, I haven't gone in so long. And I put a sari on too tight. Don't know if you've ever tried to wrap yourself up with a piece of cloth really tight. BDSM crowd, anybody? Really hard to walk. And so I like to roll my saris like I would like to roll my joints. And that's just not too tight, not just right. Yeah, silence is a mascot. That's what I do. I is with my laughter because it makes me feel
yeah.
The punchline was gonna go 10 seconds knocked off. Bang. I want to keep talking about being Indian. I think it's cool. Like when you tell people if you're ambiguously ethnically wise, that's not words, but they're coming out. So ethnic, people don't really know what you are. People are like, oh, you're Indian. They're either really surprised or they're very offensive. Like they're excited or offensive. And talk about the offensive route. I've been asked if I taste like curry. Through this jungle of armpit hair or under this jungle of armpit hair. I don't know what they were referring to, but I checked myself out on Yelp and I have a 4.5 review. Thank you. Thank you. I'm not going to talk about India anymore. About finish with. I don't have anything to finish with. Thank you. I'm Ami Om.
Hey, Ami! Ami has done so many silly things. Came in as characters and did a whole set with character and voice. Did a whole song. That was cool. So check out her TikTok too. She posts on that a lot. Yay. Oh, my heart. Oh, this has been so good. This has been really amazing. Joy to my world. I've got Ian on deck, next comedian. He's been here at least 69 times. He even made me a flip-flap song about my flip-flap and flora. Please put your hands together from Las Vegas, Kirk Broussard.
Oh, fuck yeah. It's great to see everybody. Man, yeah, let's go back. Let's just reminisce and figure this out. When I first started doing a lot of Zoom shows, like I literally just sat in a bunch of different rooms. Like, I mean, as many as I could find, just different ones, meeting new people, like just seeing other funny people. Like a lot of y'all, I mean, remember when I would just like casually sit through an entire open mic and I wouldn't even perform. I would just sit there and watch it. It's like, I mean, because it's cool to see other people be funny. I mean, it's not that bad. I didn't have anything else to do, but very quickly, like I narrowed down, like I want to say it was like 4 or 5 that were just my go-to ones to actually always perform on. And Brooke did 2, Anarchy and this one.
Yeah.
And then the other 3, I don't know, maybe they might come into play. Let's figure this out. Yeah, I mean, like I've only done, I really think I've only done 5 songs for those 5, for the mics that I really like. Like, is it 5? I didn't do one for both of these. I did one for Anarchy, I think. Yeah, I did. A mediocre Amy Winehouse. That was, yeah, that was sort of difficult on both ends, I'm sure. But man, what the fuck else? Don't get me started on Kim's mom's assholes. He's
Kim's talking about it.
else. This, I mean, this show, it's cool. Like I feel like even just Brooke, like it's like the cool laugh, the like just like cool personality, like those are just like bonuses. It's like overall, it's like she just kind of exudes this fun aura that like it's just really, it encourages you to perform. The speed round is right up my alley. I don't have to write anything. You just improv a minute. It's easy. It's fun. I didn't think 2 years into comedy I would be killing for 50 people every day with a bighorn sheep joke. But my new job is as a comedy tour guide to the Grand Canyon, going out about 4 times a week. And I'll do my bighorn sheep joke to close because I've gotten a lot better with writing. I did 30 today, just off the top of my head, none of my controversial shit. Bighorn sheep, you see the 2 rams on the top of the cliff? It's always been thought it's over territory or mates, but recently scientists have proven that it's over Facebook disagreements. Starts in the comments, they can't block, they agree to meet on a cliff. That kills every.
Oh, that was Kirk, everybody. Woo! Comedy tour guide of the Grand Canyon. What a fun job.
Fuck yeah, it's awesome.
Gosh. I went on a duck tour in Seattle and the tour guide was hilarious. Huh. Neat. That'll be fun. Oh, you could even do like virtual tours and do jokes while you're doing it. And see, we're all gonna be famous. We'll be able to do the cruise together. I'll have the plane. We'll all meet up on the cruise plane. Whoa, what kind of plane would also be a cruise ship? Like the Starship Enterprise, but it's the 69 Enterprise. Yeah. Must be 18 to ride. Yeah. Sorry. Not sorry. Woo! Jeez. All right, Annalisa, you're gonna be on deck. But first, been here at least 69 times. He says he's from North Nebraska. That's like really north. Like outside of Nebraska north, but cool. I'll let it slide. His favorite time, and he's been here almost every time, except for that one time. But his favorite time was he said
it's a
when we laughed at that one joke of his. Everyone, please put your hands together for Ian Ryland Smith.
Yeah, you guys know that one joke. Don't you all say it at once. It'll probably all be different. God, I'm such a rascal. Anyway, let's talk about technology. When did it all just start getting really out of control? technology. I think it started getting out of control when we figured out that burning all the women who knew how to do math because we thought they were witches was a bad idea. Not a good idea. In the olden times, they would go, "She's a witch! Burn her!" I'm not a witch. Oh, yeah? If Old MacDonald has 8 chickens, 4 cows, and 3 pigs, how many animals does Old MacDonald have total? 15? 15, huh? She's a witch! Burn her! Yeah, and it still continues to this day in the math field. Like, if you're a mathematician and you invent an equation, they name it after you. Pythagorean theorem, Lagrange's equation, or whatever. I don't know, Planck's constant. Do you know what women get when they invent an equation? Probably burned at the stake, but they call your equation a pretty sick name. Anybody hear of the Witch of Agnesii? I don't remember how it goes. It's about circles, but it was invented by a woman, and they teach it in calculus, so that's pretty cool. She probably got burned at the stake though, because they thought she was a witch. Now we have smartphones. That's a good deal. That's a good deal. So they've come up with this new drink at the bars. They call it the Heartbreaker. And it's 1 shot of vodka with 2 5-hour energies. Very literal on the name. That will break your heart, quite literally.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you will die. I probably wouldn't because I'm very young and nimble and I've still got most of my life ahead of me, unless climate change has anything to say about that. But I'll just ignore that like everyone else in this country does. Because if I didn't ignore it constantly, I would go insane. Because, of course, everyone would go insane unless we ignored it all the time. It's this perfect, blissful state of denial that I will not deny myself because I love it so much. Even though it's unhealthy, I'm still gonna put that fucking candy wrapper on the ground. I don't give a fuck. All right, that's all my time. Woo!
Ian Ryland Smith, everyone. Ian Ryland Smith. I really hope he picks up that candy wrapper and puts it in the trash. We need to care about it. But it's fun watching you grow in your comedy. And he was in my room too. Did you see that? I got girls and boys in my room. What up?
I was there in real life too.
69 by yourself.
She swings to the right. Oh, cool. Sorry, that was really weird. But clever, pretty clever. We'll have Alex Portillo on deck. I'm gonna sneak Miss Haley Hackett in here pretty soon too. She's cooking, but I bet she's cooking up some jokes too. Sorry. I'm better than that. But why not? The easy ones are fun to hit too, right? They're just lobbing them into me. Okay, Alex is on deck. Our next comedian, been here at least 69 times. She is from Omaha, Nebraska. She wears the same shoe size as I do. Not a lot of people can say that. Her favorite moments are when Alex randomly starts playing an instrument. Everyone, that's the second thing from Alex that we've heard tonight. That's really cool. Everyone, please put your hands together for Annalisa Wright.
Thank you so much, Brooke, and thank you so much for doing this. This has been the highlight of my week for the last year, and just kept me going and happy. So, lots of love for doing this. Now I'm going to talk about some negative stuff. I don't like taking my kids to the zoo, and when COVID's completely over, I won't have the excuse to not go there anymore because lots of people. The problem is one kid will go one direction, the other kid will go the other direction. One of my kids thinks she absolutely doesn't need me. She's 4. She's actually not wrong because she's really cute and people give her stuff and she just says, please. So there's that. The other problem with the zoo that I don't like is there's so much animal poo. combine that with the zoo having all of the snacks. Is there anything that makes you want to eat popcorn, like a steaming pile of giraffe poo? But like none of this phases my kids. I've realized that if the zoo had a contest that was find the Kit Kat in the giant pile of elephant dung, they would be into it. And I would be like, I would be cool with it too, because like they would stay in one place for 5 minutes. So totally different topic. I've been watching some sexual harassment videos for work because you have to every year. And I noticed all the harassers are dudes. And I was like, what? Like, women can't be sexual. Like, can I grab a dude else? Oop. Together.
You're freezing.
It might not have to do that. I'm purposefully like holding my hand back, like I can't do that. Like, am I not creepy enough to show up at a dude's house naked? Like, can I not do these things? No, I totally could. I just choose not to because I'm not a creep. I think consent is hot though. I'm a lawyer, so I'm really into it. I have a consent form for my boyfriend to sign before we do anything. Like, for example, for a blowjob, the consent form says, I consent to STDs, accidental biting, accidental loss of life and limb. I understand this may result in lost motivation, wallet and pants. This may be filmed for quality assurance purposes. All right, thank you guys. You're amazing.
Yes. Annalisa, everyone. Woo! It'd be fun to do a sketch. And then we're like the girls. But I think instead of like harassing men, like maybe harassing like cucumbers or something.
I don't think people should not be harassed.
Right. I know. They really shouldn't. No, they should be praised. They should be cuddled. They should be given pats on the back or left alone. You know, some of them, you just leave them alone. That's what they need. You know, if they're rude to you, have you heard that story about the dog with its foot in a trap? It's like the dog goes to bite you and you think that it's a mean or a bad dog, but then you realize that its foot is caught in a trap and it's really hurting. And that's usually what it is. But we're not going to get too deep because, you know, ow.
We don't want to get too deep in those thoughts, Brooke.
Well, the thoughts like it. They scream. But anywho, I just make that up. It's all fake make believes, just imaginations, but they'll come true. You know, when I'm having a Hawaiian comedy yacht that's also a plane, I'm gonna have all the thoughts I want. You know. Ira's nodding. She's like, Brooke, you will have all the thoughts. All right. Virginia, you are on deck. Our next comedian, he's been here before. He shaved his eyebrows. He's randomly broken out in song. He has too many memories just to pick one. And his last name rhymes with the city that he lives in. Whoa! Put your hands together for Alex Portillo from Camarillo.
Hey everybody, I'm Alex Portillo, and I live in Camarillo, California. It rhymes. Isn't that cool? So cool. That's the most, I feel so blessed to live in a town that rhymes with my last name, you know? And that's exactly why I moved to Camarillo, because I realized there's a town in California that rhymes with my name. I'm totally moving there. Actually, I moved here for a job. It's the real reason. But when I found out it rhymed, that was cool. So I'm just running with it as long as this is a thing. You know, it's kind of hard to be put on the spot, you know, with favorite memories. Kind of reminds me of the time when I was a sophomore in high school. We had some sort of thing like that where for the sophomore year yearbook, they asked us, okay, somebody in the hallway, I was in between classes, like, hey, just do a quote for me. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know. And guess what my quote was for the sophomore year yearbook? I don't know. So that was like my quote until I came up with Camarillo Portillo from Camarillo. That was my quote. So that's what that was like, putting me on the spot. But like, let's, yeah, there's a lot of memories. Like, yes, the time I shaved my eyebrows. Yes, that was really fun. Yeah, so what also makes it even weirder is I have a PhD. More on that later. So which means I'm a doctor, but not that kind of doctor. But the other one was the Anarchy open mic. One time there was an earthquake, because California. So both of us Californians were like, "What?" And yeah. So it was okay. It was just a 4. It was just a little jiggle, a little bit woo, but everything was fine. Backline memory. This is one that happened 5 years ago. It's an odd one, and this was when I was living in Omaha. I went to the actual Backline for a Friday night. I had a rough week. I went for a Friday night show, and right in the middle of the improv show, the guy behind me has a seizure. So I used my doctor skills to dial 911 to get that guy help. And then the guy behind him passed out. He fainted from seeing the guy having a seizure. So I had to call 2 ambulances. So that's how I used my doctor skills. Meanwhile, on the actual stage, a real doctor, Dr. Michael Smith, MD, helped the guy with the seizure and the guy who fainted. So yeah, weird Backline memory, but so that's what my doctor skills are good for. That and teaching community college chemistry on Friday nights, driving for Uber, and I guess now selling microscopes in California. All right, saxophone solo.
Everyone, Alex Portillo.
Yay.
Yay. A little bit of sex. We all needed sex.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, on deck. On deck is the last page, Tyler. Tyler's on deck. But first, been here at least 69 times from Cincinnati, Ohio. And her favorite moment was when her shirt got ripped off during her set by the knob on her desk. I remember that too. She's like, "Oh my God!" And then she just kept. Everyone, please put your hands together for All Hearts in Virginia.
6 years old, my daughter did her makeup just like this. With my good shit. That's when I learned fucking kids shit. I haven't had good makeup till they were 20 years old and they still steal my shit. No one talks about that crap. They take things from you. So guess what I do? Sometimes I'm out of weed. I go creep in their room. I know they got shit. Did you steal some weed from me? Fuck yeah, it's called a mom tax. What, you got a problem with it? You smoking in my house. Oh, you want to smoke at the house? Hell yeah. Brooke, I love you.
I love you.
You brought my crazy out. Now I can't put the gimp back in the box. I love you guys. Time back to the room. Woo!
Reminisced over you.
Meet Virginia. Yeah. Wow. That was fun. Oh, what happened when Humpty Dumpty fell off the wall? Well, he lay there cracked open and he laughed and he laughed and he laughed.
Oh, it gets better.
Hell yes.
It gets better. All the love you've given us, it came back to you in droves today. Just imagine the future. Thank you for the present. We love you. I love you guys. Thank you for sharing your room with your hearts.
Thank you. Thank you. We've got Catherine Shea on deck. Next comedian. Been here at least 69 times from Norfolk, Nebraska. He says that Brooke, Ira, and Natalie being the bee's knees. All the amazing comedians to grace the Backline open mic the past year. I love you all. His very first time ever performing stand-up was at this mic. Just hearing the reaction to my material and developing the friendships with fellow comedians, I'll never forget these wonderful people. Please put your hands together for Tyler Weisler.
I hope my 3 minutes are as enjoyable as the last 2 minutes we just spent with Virginia. That was fantastic. Thank you. So I'm unfortunately the parent of picky eaters. I have a 10-year-old and a 14-month-old, which is great to have a 14-month-old and already have a picky eater. So I'm struggling with it, you know. I'm like, what can I draw on? What can I take away from, you know, all of it to get through all of it? And it dawned on me, my own childhood trauma. It's easy, right? As a kid, I hated wheat bread. Just would not eat it. So I would get inside on an afternoon and my grandparents would have a nice bologna sandwich with mayonnaise and there would be honey wheat bread. And I'd be like, whoa, wait a minute, I'm not eating this. And the fact that I was saying no to the bread and not the fact that I was eating turkey and or beef, I think says something to the fact that I really had my priorities.
Oh,
As a 6-year-old.
Oh.
And then it would get me to Jedi mind. Well, we didn't have bread. We ate sawdust when we were your age. And I'm like, well, give me some sawdust then. Maybe I'll eat that. There was one time my dad and I were taking a trip to Colorado and I made us breakfast for the morning and I had already eaten mine and I made him some honey wheat bread with butter. Well, he didn't want the honey wheat bread with butter. So he's like, you need to eat the honey wheat bread with butter. And I'm like, I'm not going to. So for the next 8 hours, I had to sit and hold this piece of soggy, disgusting honey wheat bread until I ate all of it. And let me tell you something, that it's not enjoyable to eat a piece of soggy, cholesterol-filled butter honey wheat bread. Just horrible. I hated it. But anyways, if you guys ain't got any tips for me for being a parent of picky eaters, let me know. This has been great, guys. I've loved every second of it. I hope to get down to Omaha to the Backline to do some other shows in person. So, but I love you guys. It's been great.
Yay!
Tyler, everyone! When he relates childhood trauma to a whole wheat bread incident. Kind of not relatable in this room. Imagine being screamed at, why can't you be a normal person? That's more up my alley. Anyhow, nice try. It was funny, but not traumatic. It's
like eating cold, nasty honey wheat bread. That's pretty bad.
My mom had to stand on one foot and eat off the floor, all of her food until it was all gone. That's trauma. That's abuse. Cool. All right. Sorry. You know what? What's traumatic to you is traumatic to you. How dare I take away from your moment of intense trauma? I'm glad that you're okay. That must have been a lot. Comedy. We're supposed to laugh. It's comedy. Wow. All right, Nick, you're on deck. Next comedian, been here before, lives in the most beautiful place, Boulder, Colorado. She likes getting Brooke to laugh at her 69 jokes about Catholics. Everyone, please put your hands together for Catherine Shea.
Thank you, Brooke. I am so glad to be here. You know, when I first came on this mic, I had never heard of 69. Oh, I had. Teenagers think that they can do everything better than their parents. And my kid thinks he can give himself a better name. What's wrong with the name 69? He tells me he wants to change his name. And I said, you can't change your name. It's the only thing your dad and I agreed on. We didn't name him 69. His name is Skywalker. Parents feel so much ownership in baby names because we spend so much time on picking it. I spent thousands of hours reading baby name books, so I feel really invested. And there are poor kids in other countries who would die to have a name like Skywalker. But mommy says, it's not about you. Not about me. It's all about me. What does he think? He can just give it away like some toy going to Goodwill? He can't give it away. It's mine. And I'm starting to age. And as an aging parent, it's scary to think about having only one child to take care of you. If there are 2 kids or more kids, they can fight it out. But if you don't have any kids, you're one of the lucky ones and you can die in peace. But if you have one kid, it all falls on them and they have to make the hard decisions. I worry that when I lose my memory, every visit, you will have to tell me that I don't have a kid named Skywalker. It's scary when you lose your memory because you don't know what might slip out. I don't want it to slip out that I hated his college boyfriend or his politics or that necklace made out of pasta. Americans have weird politics because we cherry pick facts to support our political beliefs. Of course, my neighbor Carla is Satan. She supports fracking, tax cuts, and she doesn't believe in 69.
Ooh.
I never understood why there's so much hate in politics. Hate should be saved for things like genocide and famine and people who don't do 69. I'm a quick learner. Fighting amongst ourselves makes us weak and vulnerable to attack by China, Russia, or Amazon. Amazon is America's greatest enemy. Amazon started off as a little bitty bookstore and now it's ready to swallow America like an anaconda. Secretly, I love Amazon. It's my longest adult relationship. But there's one thing that Amazon can't do. Say it with me. 69. Thank you, Brooke. This has been amazing. I'm Catherine Shea.
Catherine Shea! I think I could think of probably like 69 awesome things about you right now. Easily. That was fun. Did I skip Annalise? I'm like, what happened here? I just threw some of these lists on the ground. They had
where Nick Lindemann at? Where are you at?
Well, he's at the end, but I think that Annalise was supposed to be after Ian before Alex. I totes skipped you. Sorry.
No, I went.
You went? You did your show?
came. I went.
Yeah. She went. Wait on Nick.
Oh, good. Well, I don't feel bad now. Except for now thinking that I missed you and I didn't miss you. I just not recollecting. All right. So that's good. That's good. Then we're on schedule. We're going good. Woo! All right, cool. From Chicago, please put your hands together for Nick Lindemann. Woo!
Thank you. So great. Little bittersweet, the last mic. Pretty simple set tonight. I'm going to do a joke I know Ira likes. I'm going to do a joke I know Brooke likes, and then give you a memory and a few final thoughts. So, I'm a child of divorce. Like any self-respecting child of divorce raised on sitcoms, I immediately said to myself, hey, how can I play them against each other for my own selfish benefit? Thought of a little scheme, little plot, and tell a little lie. Waited till the third dad's weekend, sprung my plan into action. Dad, turns out me and Mom talked about it on Tuesday, and I don't have to eat my vegetables, and I can watch R-rated movies, and I can stay up till 11:30. Really? That's what you're gonna go with? You sure? So I didn't realize at the time, and have since sadly come to learn, if you get to be a divorcee, you've been involved in psychological warfare for a while. Like, you're not going to fall for some bullshit scheme a 9-year-old dreams of. And it occurred to me, he'd just pick up the phone and call her. Hey, Bonnie, listen what this little asshole's selling. Yeah, R-rated movies. Yeah, vegetables. No, 11:30. Oh, trust me, he will. All right, I'll see you Sunday night. Well, you fucked up, son. It was going to be a monster truck rally this weekend. Was. And he got grounded on Dad's weekend. You know how terrible that is? Getting grounded on Dad's weekend is a little kid equivalent of getting fired on your day off. Except you're 9. So you can't even go home and smoke weed about it. You just got to sit on the pull-out sofa and read a book like a fucking nerd. It's terrible. It's just awful. I did the meta commentary in the intro because there's not a good transition from that joke to the next joke. So number 2 joke, here we go. So well, I was standing around having a bonfire not too long ago, and as a conversation often does when fellas are standing around, started talking about eating pussy, little cunning linguistics, and everyone was bragging about their scheme, you know, talking about their scheme, and you know, some guys are talking about a counterclockwise swirl. One guy was going on about a Cincinnati 7, whatever the hell that is. A lot of guys talking about writing your name in cursive. And I'm thinking to myself, geez, I don't do any of that. Like, what have I been doing? So I started paying attention. And somewhere along the line, without even realizing it, I fell into doing the Contra cheat code. You remember? Up, down, left, right, BA, select, start. It is unstoppable. It works like a charm. I know what you're thinking now. I know what a B and an A are. But what the hell is a select start? Hey, I'm going to do all the heavy lifting for you. Figure it out. If you get there, she'll let you know. 10 seconds left. I've enjoyed watching everyone in this room and everyone who's here tonight become a better comedian than we were a year ago. A little silver lining, a little bit better. We all stuck with it. We all made it. Thank you so much for coming out. I've enjoyed it. You guys have been great. Give it up to your hosts. Thank you so much.
Epic. Woo. Glitter, lights, trauma, music, all that cool stuff. We're going to do a lightning round. 1 more minute, you'll get spotlit. That's all you have is 1 more minute. After that 1 minute, someone else will get spotlit. If your camera is on, that means you are in. If your camera is off, you're just watching, you're just enjoying. It could be your turn right now. Be ready. It could be your turn right now. Be ready. It could be your turn. I haven't put my finger on anything yet, though. Now let's do it. I'm swirling. I'm twirling. I'm finding a spot that feels good. Okay.
Of course the bitch did this first. OMG. I'm not gonna cry. I just want to say I love all of you and I appreciate this space that we've made for each other, you know, and I could keep singing songs and whatever, and I will, but I ain't even gonna do jokes. I'm gonna get sappy with it because she put me first. Finally. Last one ever. No, I'm just kidding. I actually hate being first. It's the most awkward. First is the worst. It's okay. You seize the moment, but this is the the last moment. So it's like a really weird first, last, Fuck. I'm just gonna monologue through it because that's what we do. This is how we do it.
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 Oh, all right, Emma. So, today I learned that there's no crying in yoga. Yeah. I also learned that the rolling pin can also be used for cooking.
What?
That's right. So, hey, did you hear about the praying mantis couple were having an argument? Yeah, the husband says to the wife, "Hey, you don't have to bite my head off." So, what do you call two ants who run away get married? Antelope. Okay. Oh yeah. So hey, did you hear about the ghost who committed suicide? The ghost who committed suicide. They donated his body to seance. Okay, short. Okay, I guess that's my time. Thanks, Brooke. Love you.
I am so excited about this time with Brooke, eat people. I so scared. I said, no, Virginia, you gotta talk like a white girl and I accept you. But you know what? I don't have to fake it anymore. I can be myself and I found my people. You guys brought me out in the world. When I first heard about y'all, I was like, there's too many. 69 is too much. Every time I've been on the show, my husband comes in the room and he's like, fuck, you are loud. And one thing, remember, could hurt someone. Be careful. Take it out of your bra before you go to bed, especially when you're 69.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna add.
69.
I think I'm gonna add a couple of 69 jokes to my tour bus act. It'll be like pouring one out for your homie. I have to do two, one for Backline, one for Contagious. Oh, I'll throw them in there legitimately. I'm gonna have to do that. Man, I feel like one of my first on the same mics as Brooke was early Anarchy days when I knew that Erica was in Hawaii. I'm pretty sure it was that one. And I did my classic aloha bit where I said aloha to the hosts and the audience, and then I just exited the Zoom meeting. And my friend Rachel was in there and I was like, let me know if they got the bit. They did not.
Oh, sorry. I was just thank you.
Hey, these are tiny hands that clap together. I got it from the birthday aisle at Walmart. Tiny hands clap together. Tiny hands from Walmart. Hey. Not from Walmart. Dude. What a weird song to like. You're like, that's the most random back of my mind song. Like, there's so many other songs. So many others. Why that one? It's not that great.
All right, everybody. First of all, I just want to say that I disagree. I still disagree with Alicia Rain's opinion on vegan potlucks. There are good ones out there. Do your research. So I wanted to get that off my chest. But I want to have some advice for all of you. And I think it's something we've all learned during this pandemic. And you know, the whole saying, follow your passion and the riches will come, or you'll have it made in life if you follow your passion. Well, as we turned out in this pandemic, that is totally wrong. What you need to do was get a corporate job that can be easily done from home, so that way you can pay your bills. So that's the important lesson that we all learned, right? Right. Or not. But yeah, this has been a good time, and I actually look forward to someday actually going back to actual Backline and doing an actual open mic once again. So
Hello, everyone. And yeah, this has been great being here for this time. And also as well, I'm happy to say that in May I go back to doing live shows. They're going to be outside, but I do have a few shows lined up for that. This has been a safe space for me to also not just make fun of white people, but also talk about my dealings with PTSD, suicidal thoughts. And I've been dealing with that since I was 10 and I'm almost 30. So that's challenging for me. And I'm glad this was a safe space for that. And I thank you all for that. On one condition and one request, please stop trying to tell me to hang in there. That doesn't help with suicide. Good night, everyone.
Okay. Yeah. And so I had mentioned in my thing that the first time I ever did comedy ever was on this mic. And the reason I kept coming back is because from the minute I came into this room, everybody made me feel like I was a comedian already, even though I never got up and performed. So I want to thank you guys all for that. You guys have all been great. Talked to me outside of the mic, kept me going, got me through my first bomb experience. Got through that all right. You guys have been amazing. And as soon as I get my mic set here in my little town of Norfolk, you're all invited. So keep in mind. Thanks, guys. I love you.
Whoa. Okay. Heart's here. You guys are here. And I'll see you on other mics because I'll still be in my room. I just wanted to show up Alex Portillo tonight and
Oh wow.
We're gonna have a battle. I'm just kidding. Happened to me this week was I was dancing yesterday and the dance teacher was like, do a hair flip, virtual dance teacher. And so I did a hair flip, right? And my glasses, like, be careful when you're 69ing and make sure you take your glasses off first, because if you don't, they might just like flip over somewhere. And that's important because you don't want to break that shit, because who has optical insurance anyways? Those corporate people. No, it's not people that work in education. I love you guys. You're also funny. Thank you.
Zoom comedy, I feel like, has really helped me out as a comedian. Because before, whenever I would bomb, I would just start getting more timid, and then the audience would become less responsive. That would make me more timid, and there'd just be this terrible feedback loop. But that's the thing about Zoom comedy. It always feels like you're bombing. Like it's like exposure therapy for comedy. Like, if you get bit, the first time you get bit by a rattlesnake, it sucks. It's terrible. The 30th time you get bit by a rattlesnake, it becomes a minor inconvenience. The 300th time you get bit by a rattlesnake, the rattlesnake dies. Your blood is 80% snake venom at that point. You are a danger to society. So what I'm saying is Zoom comedy is like getting bit by a rattlesnake. And that's the highest praise I can give it.
Woo! Oh, I thought I did someone new. That's just you again. What happened?
No, it's
Doing
taking a minute.
comedy is like getting bit by.
I thought
There
I
you
got a
are.
minute. Anyway, like this week, people told me I look like I escaped from being Amish and that I should be baking them cookies. Like,
Oh.
the fuck is that? Y'all know better. Like, you know, I'd rather be deep in a thought than stirring a pot. I'd rather 69 than plant crops in a line.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's true because it rhymes. That's exactly why it's true. So I thought about this. Something dudes are always claiming that big dicks mean better sex. And I'm like, how is that true? Like, a bigger nose doesn't mean I can smell stuff better. Like, the fact that I have big feet don't make me run faster. So I came up with something like big dicks are mostly useless sticks. I don't know. It's gotta be true because it rhymes.
Oh.
Nobody thinks that's funny.
Love it.
Oh man, so much growth, so much growth. I came in at the beginning of the year very cocky and confident, and I'm coming out somehow even more cocky and confident. Amazing. I didn't learn anything except double down. Yeah. But I am going back out into the real world, and that means I'm gonna have to schmooze some people of the opposite sex, and so I have to take my masturbation, go from high to maximum overdrive in preparation of a pleasant evening, because I'm not going to be a one pump chump. I want to go back eventually. That's what I'm saying. All right, that's all my time.
Did I do that? How did I do that?
Sweet. Okay, cool. Funny. I was like, what the fuck? Anyway, hello, fellow dick brains. This is your leader. Please kill everyone who isn't a dick brain. That means you. That means you, and maybe you. You out. You are too much of a dick brain. Get out. There's a level to dick brain, okay? There's good dick brain, mediocre dick brain, which should be the other way around, and then there's absolute knobhead of a dick brain. Okay, good. If there's anything this mic has taught me, like if there's anything this mic has taught me over the last fuck knows how long I've been doing this mic, is that if you Zoom comedy, don't follow the cunting book, okay? Don't follow the book, because Zoom comedy is not the best. It's amazing. This family, you are all part of the Reckless family. When you come to the UK, you're coming here. See you in a bit.
Okay, so this is the last one. This is the last time you'll ever hear this on Backline, and I'm sorry I'm doing this to you. Marjorie Taylor Greene, her ignorance is obscene. What lies ever phase her? Not Jewish space lasers. She's Marjorie Taylor Greene. Second verse, different than the first. Marjorie Taylor Greene, life-spewing spin machine. She lacks any reason, loves QAnon and treason. She's Marjorie Taylor Greene. Third verse, because comedy in 3, 2. Marjorie Taylor Greene. Could somebody intervene? I think we all told you. Get it the fuck together, Georgia. And Marjorie Taylor Greene, thank you. I love you all for doing this.
One of the things that I'm looking forward to coming back is carnivals. I really miss a good carnival. Like fair food, love it. But don't like carnival rides. I don't really trust them. Like, no thank you. Like, I don't mean full-time, amusement park rides, things that are there all the time. I'm talking about the sort of ride that 2 days ago was getting towed behind a microbus and has now been hastily assembled in a church parking lot. No fucking way. Not going to be the guy that gets flunked 300 yards into the corn maze because Gus missed a cotter pin while he was distracted selling a dime bag to some 10th graders. Just going to buy one of those dime bags, eat a funnel cake, watch the piglet races, and call it a wonderful evening. This has been a wonderful evening. Thank you so much. This has been great. Brooke, Ira, Natalie, thank you. That's my time.
Yes! Put your hands together for everyone that you've seen perform tonight. Kim and Ian and Ira and Katie and Tyler and Danny and Nick and Alicia and Kirk and Ami and Virginia and Alicia and Cody and KJ and Arvin and Annalisa and Alex and the people that were here earlier but had to leave. Yeah, that was really fun. Thank you, Dylan at the Backline for letting us do this, and Natalie for doing everything else. Thank you for watching. Good night.